Well, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, and good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another episode of The Morning Glow. Welcome to another episode of The Morning Glow. Got a great broadcast lineup for you this morning. And before I get started with talking about the broadcast, I have to do some Thanksgiving. I got to do some Thanksgiving this morning. Let me see. Somebody just text me. Who gonna text me this early in the morning? Know that I'm on the radio. I have no idea who that is, but let me check my little message real quick. Okay, I know what that is. Okay, but I have to say I have to do some Thanksgiving. I have to do some Thanksgiving of my own this morning because if you can see here, you can see here. This is I'm trying to make sure that all my social media that we're doing could actually see it. But we were honored over the weekend the Black I Am Award, the Black I Am Award 2020, and it says most inspirational male talk slash radio show. The Black I Am Award. They honored us this weekend. I want to thank Dr. Angela Harris. I want to thank her for this great award. It was a fantastic event. I definitely enjoyed it. My wife and I we went and met some great people and had a real good time. And entertainment was absolutely amazing. I actually posted something the earlier part of it on Facebook. If y'all had an opportunity to see it, um, didn't get a chance to post my acceptance speech. Um, I think my wife recorded it, so hopefully, I'll be able to post that at sometime soon. But it was a great event. I definitely again enjoyed it, and I thank them for you don't do what you do. You don't do it for awards. You don't do it for all the accolades. You don't do it for any of that stuff. You do it because it's something that you love, and I love what I do. We love what we do, and in the course of my acceptance speech, I told them that this is not my award. This award goes to a team of people. There's a team of people together that actually do what we do every day and make this thing happen. I certainly can't do it by myself, and I thank my team. I thank my team because this is a team. This is like this one of our Super Bowl trophies right here. But we can't. I ain't never seen nobody win no Super Bowl by themselves. I've never seen anybody go out on the field, one player, play against 11 people, and win a Super Bowl by himself, by him or herself. I've never seen it. And so this is our Super Bowl trophy. Leonard, good morning, sir. How you doing this morning?
Good morning, Raheem and the Morning Glow family.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, look at here, man. We did it, brother. We did it. We did it.
Congratulations.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, congratulations to you. Hey, you're a big part of this as well, brother. You're a big part of this as
I
well.
appreciate
We've been doing this thing for a minute, man. We've been doing it for a minute, man. So hey, Linda, you know how we do, man. You know how we do. Um, hey, this is a
Yes,
DK,
it is.
this is a DKM Media Group award right here, and so that's how we do this thing. Adrian, good morning. So how
That's
you doing?
great, man.
Absolutely, absolutely. Adrian, good morning. So how you doing this morning?
I'm very blessed and highly favored of the Lord this morning. Very thankful. How are you all doing?
Hey, doing good, doing good. Man,
Good.
how was y'all weekend? What y'all do over the weekend?
Man,
Adrian,
I try to catch up on sleep. I'm not gonna lie. On Thanksgiving Day, I was pulling a tree and cutting tree limbs. So Saturday and Sunday, it rained a little bit and got cold. And as much as I wanted to go outside and do stuff, I actually glued myself to the bed, and that's very rare.
there you go. There you, hey, you probably needed that rest. Probably
I,
needed that rest.
I do.
Leonard, what you do over the weekend, brother?
Man, we just thankful for
Mm-hmm.
everything. Got lots of different news from family. Unfortunately, we lost an elder,
Mm.
but you know what? It was an appropriate transition for a soldier that was so instrumental
Mm-hmm.
in my development. And Miss Tina Sanks, our Aunt Tina, is 89 years old, and we just rejoiced that she got to transition.
Yes, sir. Yes,
We,
sir.
we took it very easy this weekend. We just thankful that God opened our eyes up again because it was very dim a couple days ago.
Mm.
And let me tell you, it is always a blessing to be able to tell somebody else how God will turn things
Come
around.
on. Come on, Leonard. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, that's powerful, brother. That's powerful, man. I my heart goes out to you and the family for the loss, man. And you know that if you need us for whatever reason, then we're right here, man. I hope I don't have to tell you that, brother. But we're right here.
And she He was an awesome soldier, man.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, we got a topic, brother. We got a topic this morning, and let me let everybody know the phone lines are open 678-381-1973. 678-381-1973. Want you all to give us a call. And as we discuss this topic today, and what we're talking about, Leonard, is the power of a lie. The power of a lie. Now, Leonard, in living life, and I know you've had experience where people done lied on you and said all kind of different things and try to do all kind of different foolishness. So I'm gonna ask you the question, man: does a lie have power?
Oh yeah, lies have lots of power if you care to use them that way.
Mm-hmm.
They have lots of power. You can use lies for lots of things. I'm pretty sure as you people call in, they'll let you know how often and how well they use those lies.
Have mercy.
I just so happen to be able to understand that it is better to tell the truth.
Yes.
In most situations, in the majority of situations, it's better to tell the truth.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and I'm not one of the people that will always tell somebody, "Oh, you're not supposed to lie." Well, you shouldn't lie.
Mm-hmm.
You shouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
You shouldn't lie. Ask for whatever reason you feel like you have to lie. Think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Ask for forgiveness. Ask for forgiveness.
Exactly. Adrian, what do you say to that, man? The power of a lie. Does a lie actually have power?
You know, I agree with Brother Leonard, Dr. Leonard. A lie has power because, as the old saying go, folks would rather believe a lie than the truth. The truth, for some reason, sometimes the truth hurts. So they would rather believe a lie. And does it have power? Man, lies can tear families, they can tear up churches, they can tear up a nation or community. Lies have a lot of power in life and death in the power of the tongue. Mm-hmm. And when people start telling lies and it's coming out of their heart and their own cognitive misunderstanding or evil or whatever it is. Matter of fact, me and my mother were talking about this just Friday, I believe it was. How people will run to a lie, and then when the lie get out, you have to jump on top of it. So fast, be like, wait a minute, that's not how that was said. That's not what the intent was. What the world? Then you have to start looking and say, well, look, let's get some facts together now. If you know the situation, you know whoever's involved, whatever it is, let's get it together so we can get a proven truth about what really happened, what really said. Yeah, pop, man, lies have a bunch of pop. That's the lie Satan told, Lucifer told them in the garden.
Mm-hmm.
And look at us now.
Mm-hmm.
He told Eve, you will not surely die. Your eyes will become open as God's. And then the catch to it, like, some of it gonna sound true now. Oh, when a person come to you with a lie or a lie there, some of it gonna sound true. And you'll be, yeah, that sound right. Yeah. Look at us now. That's all I can say.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And Leonard, and that's a great example that he said about Lucifer in the garden and how he tried to manipulate and use that lie for his benefit. And is it what most people do? They try to lie for their own personal benefit. Do you think that's what it is? A lot of times.
Hey, Raheem.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure I heard. What was the last thing you said? Because you cut out a little bit.
Do you think most people use a lie for their own personal benefit?
Well, that's usually the thing about a lie is there are some people who lie out of desperation, and then there are some people who lie specifically to manipulate you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So there's all different types of lies and why people lie. It just really matters what made you lie. Why wasn't the truth good enough? Why did you feel that the truth was not good enough? I don't even go back into all that Adam's garden of Eden and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't blame the snake at all.
Mm-hmm.
It's the disobedience that's the issue.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's not that it was a lie or what have you. It's the fact that they were disobedient.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I think that the lesson is that obedience is better than sacrifice, which is what I teach my children. You might as well tell the truth, because a lie will be found out.
And see,
so for whatever reason you lying, you need to realize that lie will be found out sooner or later.
Exactly. And see, and that's one of the things too that I taught my kids, because I'm gonna tell you something. You know, I can't take credit for it. I taught my kids to tell the truth because my grandmother taught me to tell the truth. And the reason why, she said, "Look here, I got two things for you. I'm for what you did, and then I'm gonna get you for lying to me." Wait a minute now. Wait a minute. You gonna get me for what I did, and then you're gonna get me again for lying to you, because now you got double portion. How they say about a double portion? Now you get a double portion for your.
Rahid, I got something to say now. So we're not gonna go back to the days of Adam and Eve and in the garden with Lucifer, because that don't matter. That's what somebody just said. That don't matter. Because one, you got the lie, and then you got the person that did the action. Both people are at fault.
Adrian, you gotta listen to me when I talk, brother. You gotta listen to me. No one said it doesn't matter. That wasn't stated. He said no, he didn't say it didn't matter. He said he don't buy into that story because he took a different approach, and he said it was based on obedience of that story. Is the part that he focused on. You may focus on something different. He said he focused on the disobedient part of it. He never said it didn't matter.
Okay. I just want to make sure I'm understanding this morning, learning something. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah. But no, that was never said. He never said that it didn't matter. He said he focused on a different area. It's almost like if we dealing with something, you know, I may deal with something one way, you may deal with it a totally different way. Leonard may deal with it a totally different way. It's based on our personal perspective and how we view it.
Okay.
You know, Martin Luther King said one thing that was so very powerful. And mutual phone with me, Leonard. Martin Luther King said something that was so very powerful. He said we all could go to the top of the mountain, have a different way to get to the top of the mountain, but once we get there, our view is gonna be the same. He had a different way of getting to the top of the mountain. He had a different way of getting to the top of the mountain than you did. Go ahead, Leonard.
That's right.
And you know me, I have no qualms with telling people what I don't care for. So no, I'm not into your Adam and Eve story the way you make it. It's just a story to me. It ain't got nothing to do with why I may or might not have lied yesterday. It has nothing to do with that. Okay. The story is a story that really speaks to me about disobedience to God. And then when you have so much, why give so much up for something you know nothing about? So little. You had everything, but for some reason it wasn't good enough.
Because
for some reason it wasn't good enough.
Because absolute part of the story is they were given orders. They were given marching orders, if you will. Do not do this. Do not do that. And truth of the matter, they went against those marching orders.
That's the real story.
Yeah, they went against the marching orders, and that's where all the trouble came. If Adrian, if your grandmother tell you, look here, I'm in the kitchen, I'm cooking, don't go close to that stove. Don't go close to the stove. Stay away from the stove. Don't go over there by that stove now, boy. I done told you, don't go over there by that stove. You smell the food. The food smells so good. I mean, you cooking your favorite thing, man. You like, oh man, oh, I just want to go in there and smell it. And then you get in there, you smell the food, and then you say, oh, I just want to see what it is. And you go over there before you know it, you done took the pot lid off. You're looking over in the pot, and something grab onto you, and now you done knock the pot off the stove. You done knock the pot off the stove. Now you got to deal with that. Now you got to deal with the reality of what you did, because she told you, don't go in the kitchen. Stay out of that kitchen.
And there's evidence.
Exactly. And so that's the thing right there. Go ahead, Adrian.
I think now, see the thing in that situation, and I can agree with you, Rahid. There are truths that are proven truths because of wisdom. Grandma said, "Don't go near that stove." She know what fire is. I might not know what fire is. She know what hot water is and what it will do to you. I don't. But my desire, like Leonard said a minute ago, and I'm learning here, we had everything. I mean, we was in paradise. Everything. Wasn't no sickness, no death, no nothing. But for some reason, mankind did not trust God. That when God said, don't do that, he was telling us a proven truth. And then Lucifer came along and told us a lie that he couldn't prove in full. He told part truth, but the rest of it he couldn't prove. So I'm just trying to learn here, like you say, the question.
So
the power
let me ask you this question. Even in the scenario that you just put out there, let me ask you this question. Whose truth at that moment was more valuable to Adam and Eve? Was it the truth that God told them, or was it the lie that Lucifer tried to dress up to be the truth that they told him? Because no, they followed Lucifer. What Lucifer said. They ate of the apple. They ate of the apple. He said God told him you can have anything of the land, but do not eat of that tree. So God's truth wasn't good enough.
It was like Leonard said, it's true. It's hard-headed and disobedient. That's the truth. It's fault on the person that tells a lie, wherever that originated in their heart, but then it's the fault on the people or person that receives the lie and keep it running. You see what I'm saying? It spawns from evil and it creates more evil because God's truth was imminent. He is the creator. He created them two beings and everything that was in that garden that was standing there, including the one that came and told him to lie. He created them. So I don't know, the power of the lie, man. It's serious.
But see, my thing is, I don't know if you answered the question that I asked you. Whose lie was more important? Was it whose truth was more important? I should say. Was it the truth that God told them eat of everything, but don't eat of that right there? That was the truth. He told, don't do that. And that goes right back into the disobedient part that Leonard was talking about. God said, don't eat of this, and then here come Lucifer with what he dressed up to be the truth, which was a lie, which was we're talking about the power of a lie right here. What he did, he said, look here, truly you will not die. Go out there and eat of that fruit. Truly you will not die. And see what they did. They bought into what he was saying. They bought into what he was saying, and when they bought into what he was saying, they ate of that fruit. Now somebody will say, well, they didn't die. Well, hold on. That may not be true. Spiritually, they did die. They didn't die in the flesh, but they died in the spirit. And so when you talk about life, what life are you talking about? See, people want to deal with the surface part of it. They don't want to deal with the whole. Yes, they died in the spirit because it has never been the same since that day. It has never been the same, and we're all still paying the price of what they did because of their disobedience. Leonard, what's on your heart? We got a call. We got to go to the call as well. Leonard, what's on your heart, brother?
Well, I would just be amazed to hear. I kind of know what most people's point of view may be when it comes to this issue, but you know that I have a different point of view. You know, and that's what people are going to find out, especially those who are ministers and preachers and things like that. Sometimes you have to put the story apart and find out the pertinent parts. It's not just, it could have been anybody, but it was, the story says it was supposedly the first man and the first woman that did this. And supposedly they were in a certain place. And supposedly this other being came in, and then you have Adrian made mention of it, and then sure it caught his attention. Wait a minute, God made all of them.
That's right.
Most people should leave the story right there.
Exactly.
You don't know enough to argue this issue.
Good deal.
Let me go. You should really speak to what your desires are and why you lie.
Good deal. Let me go to the and Leonard, mute your line for me. Leonard, we got a little background noise coming from your line. Mute your line for me, brother. And let's go to the caller. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Rico, calling from Anniston, Alabama.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, Rico. How you doing?
All right, how y'all doing this morning, man?
Hey, I'm doing good. Rico, I saved this right here just for you, man. And because I know how you feel about these cats. Man, what got into them doggone Falcons to score them points this weekend, man?
I don't think it's what got into the Falcons. I think what got into the Raiders. I think the Raiders winning out with a leg. I can't really say, man. You know what they say any given Sunday, so that's what it is, man. It's any given Sunday.
Like, wow. Now what we're talking about right now, Rico, I need to hear your heart on this, man. We're talking about the power of a lie. The power of a lie. Do a lie have power?
Yes, a lie has plenty of power. I mean, you ask the Jews, the so-called Jews, the little fake white ones. Ask them what the power of a lie can do. Ask the man that they made the movie Just Mercy about. And he's just a lucky one that actually was able to prove his innocence and get off death row. Now ask the family of those that knew their family members were innocent but still got electrocuted and the governor didn't give them a stay. Or didn't eliminate the sentence. I can't think of the right word. Pardon. Knowing the evidence was there. You know, our vice president, future vice president. You know, I'm glad she got in office. I supported her because we need to get the people in there that was out of office.
Yeah.
But she got some splaining in that dude. She got people still out here right to this day that's got documentaries and stories out about how she overlooked evidence that would have cleared them and did not get them another trial. And she came back later on and cleared some stuff up. But what about the original lie that these cops and prosecutors and witnesses and different people are confidential informants from jail that's getting sentences reduced? What about the lies that they tell that actually cause people to lose their lives or spend more time in prison? Let's just have a messed up reputation. The potential for a lie. I mean, I can't stand a liar. You have some that lie for selfish motivations. They lie to get ahead. And some just lie because they like to see the turmoil, something sick within them, that negative energy. You know, I'm hearing everybody speaking on the Garden of Eden and stuff like that, you know, but I think I'm also much beyond religion. I don't say beyond religion, but I think deeper than that. I think in the atmosphere of matter, negativity and positive energy. I look at stuff like that, and you know what? Negative energy has always been around. It's from what I understand, it's inevitable. It's necessary. The thing is it's up to you to make that choice. I agree with what Lemon said on that end. You know what I'm saying? But just how it applies to us today, the lie that was told in the Garden of Eden is completely different than the lie that gets somebody put in prison for the rest of their life. For something they didn't do.
Yeah.
See, wasn't nobody innocent in that. Somebody in the Garden of Eden, people just being hard-headed. But when you got that man that was in prison for that movie Just Mercy, he wasn't being hard-headed or nothing. He was just being black and living.
And that goes back to your sitting president right now, when he did with the what they call the ones that was I think it was the 7, the Brooklyn 7. What was the name? I can't think of the proper verbiage, but he tried. Say it again.
Central Park 5.
Yes, sir. That's the one I'm talking about right there. Yeah. And he knew when he first he was talking. He's talking about, yeah, they did it. And then when evidence came forth and it was said that they didn't do it, this dude still would not go back and apologize. And his thing was, well, they did something.
Well, he wasn't alone. He wasn't the one that went and prosecuted and looked over evidence. He just had an opinion. That sucked what he said. His opinion really sucked. But imagine the people that actually went through the motions of prosecuting these same boys off that phony evidence, the one that actually had the power. That key word you said, the power of a lie. That's the power of it.
That's right.
Somebody else had the actual power to go through the process of doing these boys like that. And then ignoring the guy that wanted to admit to it.
Yeah.
Overlooking just to get somebody off the street and to please the public. You know, Donald Trump was the one that bit the apple.
Come on.
But maybe it benefited him at that time, but he was Adam. That's who Donald Trump was. The prosecutors and the people that wanted to identify him, whoever put these boys in jail initially, the cops that went to the house and crossed the words up and questioned them, those were the ones that created the lie. They were the ones with the power. And it just kept on going. So, yeah, the power of a lie is huge because it can condemn you like it did the Jews. It can mess up your background. I mean, my background screwed up now for half the charges I didn't even do. And the last time I went to jail, I sat in there for months on a lie. And they was willing to build upon that lie to get another notch in their belt for their future aspirations.
Mm, mm. And
Self-preservation.
exactly. And see that's the thing right there that's so very unfortunate, man. You got people out here that will use other people, whether it's the truth or a lie. They will do what they need to do or they think they need to do so they can elevate themselves. And not having any regard for the people that their lives that they're destroying. Adrian, what's on your heart, brother?
You know, just a couple of things on my heart. And Brother Rico said it, and Brother Leonard said it. I fully agree with y'all, the disobedience. When you have a lie, you could go to your mom and tell a lie or, between friends. And honestly, it sows discord. The Bible talks about this, sowing discord among the brethren, and I'll say sisters too. But in somebody's life, you sowing discord and you throwing stumbling blocks in their way with the power of their lie. Now, again, I don't claim to be the most holiest of people, but I do study more and try to apply stuff to my life daily to make me better. And when I see a lie or I hear a lie that I know is not the truth, I try my best to outlive that lie. I'm thinking about a situation right now in my family that next month will mark 30 years that this lie has been going on. 30 years, y'all, is a long time. I'm young, and I can say that. But I've tried my best to disprove this lie by showing love across the aisle to the one that put the lie out and pushing it. So that's what's on my heart right now is to just, I didn't know this was going to be our topic this morning, but the power of a lie, to see how it hurts so many people and how it separate people, drawing the corner, people going the corner and fighting against each other because of the power of a lie. It's heartbreaking.
Exactly. Leonard, talk to me, brother. What's on your heart?
Some people have those issues. I'm glad that we value the truth a lot more because one, some people who usually lie a lot get beat up a lot. I should say. There ain't a person around me in my family that's gonna be telling lies and don't get jumped on. You understand what I'm saying? You'll get put out.
Yeah.
You'll get put out and you'll get called out. The only person, if you don't respect people that constantly lie because they're about that. So you don't want them around.
Yeah.
I personally can tell you, if this is why I didn't hang around a lot of folks. If you're around me and you constantly lying, I'm gonna push you farther away. You're gonna walk away, I'm gonna literally push you away.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come at you because you're a person that cannot be trusted. I don't want you in my circle, and I don't want you around.
That's true. Rico, talk to me, brother.
Let me see if I'm on mute. Okay, I'm off. Man, I'm about like Leonard, man. I'm gonna tell you how I am. If I get around people and they start lying or exaggerating to make themselves sound better, I know I know they're lying just to sabotage somebody else's character, or to get the point across. Man, I tell in my actions, and I don't even try to. I try to mind my business. But I cannot sit still and listen to somebody tell a lie because I know a lie begets another lie begets another lie. I know how dangerous that is. And what's really, I ain't gonna say sad, but it's bothersome. Something I observe about human nature, period, our behavior. We know how negative a lie is. We know the energy that they can put in the atmosphere. But we still don't realize how much our media is based off lies, soap operas. They not only built off lie, but they built off teaching you how to lie and connive.
Yeah.
How to cause turmoil. You have so many shows that have sinister characters that have the main role. Tell me that ain't the intention of the devil. They know how to put that negative energy out there. So we got this TV, we got this radio, we got the music, people lying about how much money they got, what they really doing with themselves. Everything is based on souping up a lie for your image and then getting, for us, it's about thinking we're trying to build up our image or something. But then in others, it's just with those with the power know how that negative influence impacts people. They know if people pay attention to a lie, give that lie that energy, like soap operas. I go back to soap operas. Or certain movies. Certain movies that they put out, we know are totally fiction. We look at it as entertainment. But before you know it, we done made it the highest grossing film in history.
Yep.
Based off of lies and fiction. So I mean, you know, it's really the way of the world now. You know, people lie. What they say, you gotta fake it to make it.
Yeah.
You know, that's it in business. You know, that's a common practice in business. Sometimes you hear people say, "Well, you'll fake it till you make it." And me, I guess that's the reason why I ain't made it all the way to places I should make it, because I don't lie to the world and use people.
Yeah, exactly. And see, that's why when you do make it there, you're gonna be able to stay there, because a person, you know, when they do that little fake it to make it, and they all about them lies and telling lies, they're not gonna stay there long. They're not gonna stay there long. How the thing go? Talent could get you in the door, but integrity will keep you there. Talent will get you in the door, but your integrity will keep you there. Leonard, what's on your heart, brother?
You're exactly right about that, because that's how I remember in corporate America, that's a big deal. And you learn, you know, you got people that's making the money, but you know what? They're getting all the information from somebody else. They really ain't all that. And so when you pull a team together and you realize, like I used to always tell people, yeah, you may know this, that, and the other, but I'm the real deal. I know all of it. Because I'm going to sit there and break down to you what you're supposed to be doing, because that's my function. Is to make sure I know what's going on, to find the problem and fix it. So whether to sit here and constantly saying, making all these big words and all this stuff, you just on the call, just making it more difficult, because you don't know, and you don't want to say you don't know, because you've been faking it. You know, and then we all are probably associated with those people who have been in corporate America, just like my man Rico just was talking about, how people, the only way they can get ahead is by lying and deception and deceiving people. You know, that is very clear when you get into some work environment. And then this whole notion on the outside of unprofessional types of things, where we got folks that build in an image. What you need an image for when you can be a real person?
Come on.
So you want to create an alternative personality. And you know, you got some people who are who they are, and then you have some people who have a brand, right? And as long as you see them on TV and everything, it's cool, because they're giving you their brand. But see, when you see that person and they ain't at work or representing that brand, they completely different.
Yeah.
Like, folks really believe that some of these actors are really going to be sympathetic to how they feel about them because of the role they play. They understand it's a role I play.
Exactly.
You got a problem with that character's behavior. And a lot of us are just like that. We acting in real life.
Man, go ahead. You better tell the truth. We got another caller. Caller, what's your name?
They pay Denzel.
Yeah, exactly. And pay him well. Pay him very well. We got another caller. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Greetings, sir. Peace and blessings be unto you. This is Jamie Eatman, calling you from Fayetteville, Georgia, where we are on the rock.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Jamie, good morning to you.
How's it going?
Hey, doing good. Jamie, we're asking a question. We're talking about the power of a lie. The power of a lie. Now, does a lie have power? What do you say to that?
Yeah, I was thinking about that. That's why I call it a very interesting topic, just the name of it. But I would say it definitely does. Because when you look at the result of a thing, that determines the power of it. You know, when we pray and we're blessed, we say that was a powerful prayer.
Yes.
Well, you know, when someone can sow a lie or deceit or whatever, and it brings forth something, you have to acknowledge that as well. So my answer to that would be yes, it does have power.
Mm-hmm. Now we spoke earlier about Adam and Eve in the garden, and God told them that you can have anything in the garden, but do not eat of that tree. And then here come the enemy. Here comes Satan, Lucifer, and he told the lie. He told the lie. He said, "Well, truly you can eat of that. Surely you will not die." And some people look at that, and some people look at that on the surface, and they say, "Well, they did not die." Well, maybe they didn't die physically, but I spoke about them dying on the spiritual realm. Jamie, what do you say? What do you say to that?
Well, you both have a point, because in actuality, they didn't die immediately. So depending on how they view die, either there was a true statement, or there was some truth in it.
Mm-hmm.
And he did go on to say more than that. Now, the other half of what he told them was kind of more true than that little portion right there. But I look at it this way: when he said that they would surely die, whether it was immediately, a number of years, 1,000 years, whatever they were living at that time frame, the truth was they died.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the lie portion that he said about, he went on and sort of mixed some things. That's why I said it was subtle and subtle in what he did, and that's the same way it is today. I like to think of it as saying he had some truth mixed in there, which is where many of us fall today, because people bring us with a measure or degree of truth in it. We are somewhat deceived by that.
Mm-hmm.
That serpent in that day, as it's very subtle.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The subtlety, it was very costly.
Yeah.
That lie cost mankind.
Mm-hmm. It did. Absolutely. Absolutely. Man, I'm gonna tell you something. That's good that you went there. Let me go back to Rico. Rico, what's on your heart, man? Because we're pulling back some layers here this morning. We're talking about the power of a lie. And for everybody that's listening, we got quite a few people that's actually tuning in. Give us a call, 678-381-1973. 678-381-1973. Give us a call. We'd love to hear from you. Rico, what's on your heart? Rico, you there? Let's see. Do we still have Rico with us? We lost Rico. Okay. Let's go back to Adrian. Let me see, can I get Rico back on the line with us? Adrian, what's on your heart, brother?
What's on my heart about that is that the power of a lie, a person or a situation that causes a lie to come about, I really think they need to look at themselves, okay? And they need to see where their cognitive mind or their cognitive goals are at, and whether or not they happy or with peace within themselves. For example, me and my brother, if I were to go to my mom and tell a lie on my brother to my mom to try to get her to act some type of way towards him, for example, or whatever it is, okay? I really need to look at myself to say, okay, well, am I jealous of my brother and his relationship with our mom? Am I jealous of him and his progress in life, or his happiness and his peace? Before I open my mouth, I need to make sure that, well, if I think about it, I shouldn't be able to open my mouth about my brother to tell a lie on him. Okay? I should be focused on myself more. And if anything, what can I do to help my brother? Because at the end of the day, me helping him is him helping me. But me telling a lie on him or on a situation, that's going to cut my throat too. Ultimately, that's how I believe. That's going to cause me to fall in some type of way. So that's what's on my heart right now.
Rico, talk to me, brother. What's on your heart?
Most times, 99% of the time, the person that creates the lie, I ain't gonna even say 99% of the time, 100% of the time, the person that creates the lie already knows what the outcome could be. They some sick-minded people. They already create that lie with the agenda or the ulterior motive, a goal that they're trying to achieve. Maybe it's to sabotage another person's character, or maybe it's to uplift them and put them in a position they really didn't earn or they shouldn't be in. But either way it go, the person that creates it and the one that spreads it, knowing it's a lie, they already made their mind up that they wanted to take the side and make the choice to be evil. They did that knowingly. When you found out it was a lie, you decided to go ahead and repeat it. Well, you know they say, I heard. They already, you know, putting it out there. They know it's a very big possibility that ain't true. And they already know 9 times out of 10 that you being the person you are, it can't be true. But maybe they tired of hearing people speak so highly of you. Maybe they need to hear that you got some kind of wrinkle in your fabric. Well, you know, I heard they say, you know, they say, Pastor, you get what I'm saying? That's intentionally done by evil, sick-minded people, envious. Like most of the time it has to do with envy if they are searching for a goal. But you know, I look back into our history and look how just prevalent that has been. I mean, we come from a society of Western scholars that use science to lie about certain races of people being inferior or just dumb savages. They ignored the fact that it was Mongoloid or Asians that had bigger craniums. They didn't, but that didn't make them superior to white man. But the smaller cranium of black and Africans or Bantus in Africa made them inferior to white man. That means we were less capable of being intelligent. Well, what about the other races of people? So a lie benefits whoever creates it.
Yeah.
The thing is, like I said, the power of it. The power of that lie, based on the scholars from back then that made those conceptions about white people being superior 500, 600, 700 years ago, still affect us today. That's how big the power of a lie is.
That's good. That's good. And that's so very true. Leonard, let me make sure your mic is up. There you go. And check you out now. We should be good.
Yeah, turn my headphones up.
Turn your headphones up.
Yep.
Sound check, mic check, mic
That's
check.
good.
Okay, good deal. Leonard and Rico brought something real powerful to the conversation, man. How they over 400 years ago perpetrated this lie, and now the results of that lie is still in our existence today. There's no evidence. You speak a lot on evidence. There's no evidence of what they were saying, or no truth in the lie that they was perpetrating back in those days. What do you say to that, Leonard? Can a lie live that long?
Well, that's a big question, and it really depends on what lie you're talking about. There's several lies. It's just not that one. Okay. So a lot of people have built foundations and systems all on lies. So this ain't nothing that's not known. Okay. You can tell the lie, and the power comes after that. Come on. The power is what you do with the lie. So if you take that lie and you take over the world, that's something that shows you that lies have power. I'm one of them type of people. You can't just tell me something and I just automatically believe you. Blind faith to me is ridiculous. So for some people, it's not though. Some people, they don't need evidence. They just like they may just like the way it sounds.
It sounds good.
Yeah, it sounds good. I go along with it. You know, a lot of people get caught up in that type of thing.
Or Johnny said it got to be true. Johnny said it.
Yeah, you know, some people are actually like that, and that's a shame. But that's the mentality of a person. Yeah, that doesn't even really want to know the truth. One of my favorite lines in any rap song that I can remember is "I love CeeLo Green," and he says when he was, "I want to tell you the truth, but if you don't want me to tell you the truth, I can lie to you and make it sound real fly to you." Wow. So it just depends. A lot of people enjoy lies. They enjoy it. They enjoy pretending. They enjoy that. So that's
it make them feel better.
Yeah, that's a lifestyle for them. So and then you may have some people there's some people that may honestly still they don't know that something may or may not be a lie because it's benefiting them. Okay. Or if you tell the truth, it's gonna cause some type of friction.
Does it matter? At that point, Leonard, does it even matter whether it's lie or truth if it's benefiting them?
Well, not to that person, but it's probably taken away from somebody else as well.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like I believe a man said it earlier. There's two people on the end of that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I know the old folks used to say, "Well, somebody lying," and we'd just wait.
Yeah.
But somebody lying. Like, say, for instance, if you're talking to me long enough and I get to know you, I can tell when you're lying.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because just of how you do it, the way you look when you do it, how your voice sounds when you do it.
Yeah.
You have certain phrases and everything that you go back to after you tell a lie, because it's almost as if you've been rehearsing the lie. Okay, it's like a script for you.
Yeah, exactly.
And so it's amazing how I'm more shocked at the people who prefer the lie. Why do you prefer the lie? And it's usually because somehow they're benefiting from it, or the truth is going to cause too much friction. And that's why they just want to leave it the way it is.
Exactly. Let's go back to Jamie. Jamie, what's on your heart, brother? Jamie, you there?
A good place. Yeah, I'm back. A good place to pick up on him is right where Brother Leonard left off, about that believing a lie. Sometimes a lie is a difficult thing to correct. For example, let's look at we as a people. We know somewhat our history here and what we've learned about slavery, and as far as Africa goes. And most of us call that the motherland is our soil. There are others who are historians or study history, and they can trace a people that were sold by a people. Wasn't just because they were from Africa, but their history goes back even farther than that. So when you look sometimes there, you said peeling back layers. There are layers to lies, especially with the one we're talking about now. When you talk about the power, supremacy, and all these other things, people can only do that or maintain that when they are in a position to fabricate the lie. And once it's been told, it's told like by different people, different ways. It even gets to the point where people want to, instead of getting at the truth, they want to make their lie better. You know, when we look at history, we want to, I think one of the brothers made reference to the size of a head, or the color of a skin. You know, when you start dealing with the lie on the level of a lie, it's kind of hard to even get at the truth. So the truth is one of those things that's really invasive. I don't think it's that people don't want to know. I think sometimes we get so busy being tied up with the lie that we lose sight of the truth.
Wow.
Or we're so focused on the lie that we don't take time to search for the truth. If I could borrow one moment right here, I'm gonna tell this little story that this guy told. It dealt with truth and lie. That lie was in a pool, and truth was busy on truth's journey, and lie convinced him to join him. So when truth undressed, lie put on truth's clothing and went forward, spreading what people considered the truth, but it was a lie. So the only way you get the truth nowadays is that you undress the truth to expose the naked truth. Then you can move on in truth.
Wow.
And if that sounds confusing, that's a challenge today.
Yeah. Go ahead, Lynn.
You know, even like Brother Jamie was mentioning, and you know, I'm probably one of the folks that are most going to get the messages about it. You know, not Raheem.
Yeah. Okay.
Christians. Christians rather not know more. They just satisfied with what they was taught, and they're gonna stick with that till the day they die. For some reason, they believe everything that you tell them. If you tell them it's in this Bible, when they not even concerned on how the Bible came to be, they just accept it. No, they don't study it.
Well, hold on now.
They don't read it.
Hold on, Leonard. Hold on now. Now, Mama and them said it was. Grandma
Yeah,
them said
I
it
know.
was. My great granddaddy said it was.
Yeah.
So hold on now. Now, you can't go against grandma and granddaddy and great grandma and great granddaddy. Now, hold on now.
Right.
Hold on now. They live by that word now. No. If you gonna say something about that word or against that word, you talking against my ancestry.
And it just came to me this way. Of how people don't even want to accept truth.
Come on.
Because they feel like they're gonna be doing God some disservice. That's strange.
Yeah.
God does not have a problem with you knowing the truth. Ask him. As a matter of fact, for those people out there who are listening, December the 21st is supposed to be one of those great cosmic days when all the planets will be in alignment. And it hasn't happened in 6,000 years.
Wow.
Some people believe that day is going to bring about some event that's going to bring this amazing truth to the forefront. And certain people's supremacy will be over with.
Wow. And you say December the 21st?
Yes. It's supposed to be when those planets align themselves.
And the truth will be revealed.
Supposedly. That's how the story goes.
Okay.
And it's the end for some people.
Now, what's the significance of December the 25th? Is there anything?
No, December the 21st.
The 21st, I'm sorry. Yeah.
The planets will be in alignment. That is a significant event.
Okay.
Because it hasn't happened in 6,000 years. Just like when you see a meteor, for instance.
Yeah.
Or a comet. A comet only comes around every now and then.
Yeah.
And there are people who track this through ages. And that information has been passed down. So when people start, well, guess what? A lie that was told that you didn't believe is going to be revealed on December the 21st.
Wow. That's good. Got another caller. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from? Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Just wanted to make sure there wasn't no other callers.
What's going on, Captain? Man, look, we got a good conversation going on this morning, brother. Pulling back a lot of layers, man. We're talking about the power of a lie. Now, Toussaint, does a lie have power?
Well, I thought about that. Power don't have no power. I mean, lie don't have no power. But then we got so many people believing it. I mean, we just witnessed the power of a lie in the last, I say 12 years, y'all. Because it's been going on for a while. But it should have in the last 4 years, and then in the last month, you got 72 million people believe that something is definitely true. And no matter whether they go through the court system or whether they don't, you cannot change their minds, because one person is persistent in proving that a truth is a lie, or the lie is the truth. Let me tell you something about a lie, and I ain't gonna talk long. It's like getting on the top of a mountain, with a sack of feathers, high wind, and once you let it go, trying to retrieve everything that's done. How possible is that?
Not very possible.
We all, and some people say, well, I don't lie. You lie. Or I don't say it. You lie. You lie. That's why you ain't free. That's why you're not free.
Come on.
Because the truth will make you free. And I was listening at my brother's talking this morning, let me use this first. I said I wasn't going to talk about it. I lied. Look at biblical precepts. Bible says the family that stays together, prays together, stays together. That's a lie. When praises go up, the Bible says when praises go up, pressures come down. That ain't true. The Bible don't say that. It does not say that. But we somebody told us that.
Yeah.
And we put it in the Bible. And we try to make it true. And we hear people quote it all the time. Oh, folklore, you know. That's kind of like a step on a crack, mama break her back.
Yeah.
I hadn't broke mama back yet.
Wait, and number one truth, I think my sister, we had somebody from the 205 area code. 205 area code. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Everyone, this is Annie from Mississippi.
From Mississippi. Annie, I'm great to see you. The link. You coming on with us?
Well, I ain't got no makeup on right now. So
you ain't got no makeup on.
I got my hair on right now.
Oh, okay. All right, I got you. And I need to hear your heart. You got Rico laughing like crazy over there. Annie, I got he's laughing and just shaking his head and said, Lord, these women, boy, these women. I know what he's thinking, these women, boy.
Rico, you better watch it. You better watch this morning, Rico. You better watch it. It's Monday morning. That's for me this morning.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Go to beat that face.
And we're talking about the power of a lie. The power of a lie. And I'm asking you the question: do lies have power?
Lies do have power. Because let me tell you something. As humans, a lie is juicier than the truth. And the further it gets, the more mouths that carry it, the more they'll add to it, and they'll juice it up, even more. I may say one thing, and my neighbor get a hold of it. She may add 2 or 3 more words, and then the next person it may add whatever. A lie is it goes a long way, and it is very powerful. But one thing about it, I watched my son once. I would tell my son something. I would say something to him. And he never reacted the way I would have reacted at a lie, over a lie. He would just say, you know what, man, that ain't true. And leave it alone. And I'm like, why aren't you trying to defend yourself? But he never, ever, just went after and said, they lied on me. He never done none of that. He knew the truth because the truth always prevailed in the end. But a lie does have power. A lie has power. If it get in the wrong, it gets to the right person, get in the wrong hands, it can do a lot of damage.
Exactly.
It can.
Exactly. Jamie, talk to me, brother. What's on your heart? Adrian, coming to you next. Jamie, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Raheem, almost my brother's name just came in and said that the lie itself don't have the power. I think I was similar to that. And this is one of those topics where you can really look at it. People say a whole lot of things about the truth. And we know a lot about the truth because we always discussing it. But the lie and truth is kind of one of those things that they're like opposites. If something holds true pertaining to truth on one level, it's probably going to be very similar concerning a lie on another. And if you look at the power, if you go back to the garden, and that's where you made mention earlier, where the lie supposedly started, and the working forward, getting at the truth, and still hadn't fully worked that way out of it because it's just gotten so big, just like Andy said, you put so many things to it. It didn't matter just turning around and going the other way. It's got so many different avenues for you to go down and get stuck in, to the point that it's almost, and I think I know anything's possible, but it would almost seem impossible to get back to the truth, depending on how far and how long you travel, believe, live this lie. So when we hear that statement, I think it's very it's very true that the truth will make us free. But going back to what I said earlier, I mean, there's a whole lot of truths that you got to undress. It looks like the lie before you can truly get back to the truth.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a life challenge. Getting back to the truth.
Exactly. And
Raheem.
Yes.
I didn't mean to cut you off. Let me say this right here before I forget about it. You know, and I'm going to give you a prime example of a lie and the weight that a lie carries. Look at the president. Look at the lie he created. He just spoke, I've been cheated. He knows it's a lie.
Mm-hmm.
He knows it's a lie. But by him tweeting it out there and insinuating, you know, putting it out there, his supporters and the ones around him and half of the Senate, they know the truth, but because he said it, they're going to go along with it. Look at the amount of energy our country have put into trying to show him and show his supporters, trying to appease him. He knows the truth, but they have to go through all these different things just to show the people who stands behind him that it's a lie. And even after the recount, they want to go back in and recount some more. All this right here is based on one lie coming from the king of liars. And they still stand right there, and everything you see on social media, every Trump supporter I got into it with, the first thing they say, oh, he was cheated. I will show me this evidence, because when you go into a courtroom, it's not about your emotions. I think Aristotle was talking about your emotions and how you present a case. When you go before a judge or when you hire an attorney, the first thing they want to know is the evidence. And if you have no logic, which Aristotle called logos, logic, you're basing your case on pathos, that's emotions. Mm-hmm. You cannot base a case on your emotions, because you know, who want to hear about your emotions? Just like me saying, my husband left me and I wanted him to give me everything he got because I'm so hurt. At the end of the day, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. So a lie can go a long way. We right now in America are working on every day. They're working on trying to prove that what he said is a lie. He knows it's a lie, but he knows that he has the authority, and by him having so many gullible people running behind him, all he got to do is say it. Mm-hmm. He say it, and there they go running with it. And they got these signs, something about the truth. No, stop the cheat. Mm-hmm. He wasn't cheating.
Yeah.
But I tell you, one case where it should be investigated, and that's our 2016 election. I believe they cheated. Mm-hmm. But 2020 was a clean election, and that's a lie right there, and that's a prime example of right there how far a lie can go.
Exactly. Adrian, what's on your heart, brother?
You know, Sister Anna on the line from Mississippi just made a statement that really stuck out in my mind. When you're telling a lie on a person or on a situation, and it comes to their wind, you know, they get wind of it. Sister Annie, okay, you know how she was talking about her son. Her son knew the truth, and he just kept on going. Sometimes when you put a lie out there, y'all, it vexes people's spirit. I know that's an old word.
Yes, it
okay?
Is. Yes,
But look, I want to keep people encouraged that don't let that lie that's vexing your spirit cause you to start making the lie true. Because that's a lot of times what the devil want to do too. I'm not going to lie. I've learned that a long time ago. People will tell a lie. Oh, he drank alcohol. He's an alcoholic. And then like the old saying go, well, if you're going to lie on me long enough, I'm going to start doing it so it'll become true. Like, for example, in a marriage or in a relationship, you accusing your spouse of cheating. Your spouse really ain't cheating. They know it then themselves. Hey, I know my actions every day. I know what I'm doing. Why are you accusing me? Okay. But then for long, they get tired of being pushed. And they said, well, if you going to push me to accuse me of cheating, how about this? I'm a cheat. Then they, oh, well, yeah, I knew what happened all along. No, you pushed me to do that. Not that I had to do it, but you kept pushing for it because lies and the power of them lies especially when somebody's doing good. They doing right. They living their life, living according to how God needs them to live and God's calling them to live. And you keep accusing them and making these accusations that aren't true. Like y'all said, no merit, no basis, no backup. All it is your cockamamie thought out of nowhere. And it becomes a little vexing because they're like, you know what? My energy is in a positive place. I'm in a happy, positive place. Okay. Why is it that you want to take a lie and try to put that lie into my positive equation of my happy place and trying to make me miserable and trying to make other people miserable? That's one thing. And then the second thing, I know we talked about, people that spread it. Sometimes when we spread stuff that we hear, we don't know whether it's the lie or truth. We just repeating what we heard somebody. Oh yeah, so said such. Then we going behind it, and then the person that it talks about it, situation come find out it ain't the truth, and it's like, oh well, man, I heard so and so said it, so shoot, I thought it was good. We run into that also,
Exactly. Then let me ask you a question. A little child grows up his whole life, and there's somebody in his family that's always saying to him, "You will never be anything. You'll never amount to anything. You ain't never gonna be nothing. You're gonna be just like your daddy, your sister, your brother, or whoever it is. You're gonna be just like them. You ain't gonna be nothing." Now that's a lie from the pits of hell that a lot of times people speak into these children's lives. How can they overcome that? Because Jamie said something earlier. He says sometimes it takes a lifetime to overcome that lie. So how does one overcome that, Leonard?
And it really depends on who intervenes. Because one, a lot of, it's sad when I hear that. And I guess a lot of people have, dealt with that.
Yeah.
And live with that type of negativity. Or, a lot of times you wonder what parent would say something like that.
It's sad, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's very sad.
Yeah.
So you have to wonder to yourself. Because plenty of people have been told that and have proven it wrong.
Yeah.
Those are the examples that you should provide kids that have these issues, that talk to you about these issues. Because I can honestly tell you, I wouldn't associate with a person that did that to their child.
No.
I consider that almost neglect. And usually if a person says something like that,
if not neglect, absolutely abuse.
They're probably abusing the child anyway. Another way as well. So, that's a huge issue that people have to address, because I've always heard that people say that about, about certain people, and a lot of people testimonies include that a lot of times. And so you have to wonder what type of parent tells something brand new that.
Yeah, exactly.
That's sad.
That, and especially at their very formative years. You don't put that into the spirit at all. Rico, what's on your heart, brother?
There are several different motivations and factors to why a person lies. I think the question of if the power of a lie has power, I think that's sort of moot. I mean, we living in a situation now where we begging for equality and justice. We got a judicial system. Why are we asking for justice for black men? That question is answered every day. We see 72 million supporters for Trump. And, when Trump first ran for president, you got certain reporters that already knew the real reason why most people supported Trump. And they went around in Mississippi and Alabama and asked different people at rallies why they supported Trump. And all of them had different reasons. And most of them were lies. But you only had one or two that told a brutal truth. That's why I love the brutal truth. Because you ever heard that word, truth hurts? That's the reason why a lie exists. So that brutal truth was because he was a white man. And he spoke on white value. There was a couple of them said that they sounded so racist and bigoted, but it was the brutal truth. The rest of the people were the one playing around and lying about the reason. So several factors, several motivations behind lying. It could be your ego. It could be envy. It could be because you don't measure up to this person that you tired of hearing all these wonderful things about. Or it could be because you just want to cover up the true feelings that you have about a race. Maybe it make you feel better to feel like your race is superior to somebody because deep down inside you feel less than, because every time you don't competed with a black man, they don't outran you. And they don't out bench press you, and they don't threw you all over the place on the football field. Maybe that's enough motivation for you to lie and say we superior to y'all because we got financial power, we got military power, whatever reason that you use to justify making up that lie. But we have to all, you know, we always have to be mindful of that. I think the biggest question is why? Why do people lie? That's why. I mean, because some of those lies are so vicious. People die behind them, and I ain't just talking about from the death penalty, being prosecuted and sent to capital punishment, getting the death penalty. I'm talking about people on the street dying because messy people on the street lying, putting their name. Man, look, I done defended myself from so many of the most vicious lies in my life from my immediate family.
All right.
And I ain't never been able to figure out why some of these lies, and when I tell you they are some of the nastiest lies you could ever think of in your life, you're like, man, you know what? Y'all must really hate me. But am I that much for y'all to keep up with? I'm not trying to make anybody compete with me or level up and see, well, are my standards the same as Rico's? But somewhere there's something in them that's making them comfortable to make up these lies and then spread them. But a lot of times that's because you have deviant things within you that you hoping somebody don't realize, and if you talking about it being on the next person, you the last one they think will be doing it. Pot calling the kettle black.
Absolutely.
Live on the kettle.
Now, Rico, let me go back to and I'm gonna go to Annie after this. Someone in the family telling a child, you'll never be nothing. You'll never amount to anything. You're gonna be just like this person, just like that person. You ain't gonna never be nothing. Now, what are you planning? What kind of lie are you planning in that child's life? Rico?
Oh, well, I don't really look at that as a lie. I look at that as a false, I ain't gonna say false. I'm gonna look at that as wishing bad. You hoping that they don't amount to nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because it may end up being true. Maybe they show so many different qualities and characteristics at the time that you say that lets you know. I mean, look, I said it once before. I've seen 7 and 8 year old children at a certain time in my life that I knew when they turned 18, they had death penalty and prison written all over their face, and it happened their way. I didn't have to say it, but I just seen it because I seen the environment that condoned them cussing out grown people, being disrespectful, not teaching them any kind of moral accountability. You know, but I'm gonna tell you something. When we trying to address issues, I'm gonna tell you something about that brutal truth. And we talking about the power of lies. Think about the biggest lie we just celebrated this past Thursday, and we still sitting up here eating big and celebrating instead of telling the whole truth.
Exactly.
Thanksgiving didn't exist till Abraham Lincoln came up with it. But they talk about peasants from pilgrims and Puritans and but Thanksgiving didn't exist till Abraham Lincoln invented it. What was they eating before then? Exactly. Were they eating turkey and dressing when they came over here and massacred them Indians? Do you really want to know what happened with the Puritans? So you know what? Who's perpetrating the lies still?
Exactly. Let me do a shout out. I'm coming to you, Adrian. Let me do a shout out real quickly. I want to say we got our Polar Nights. Polar Nights is actually logging in from North Norway, and I want to reach out and thank you. I definitely appreciate you joining this. And they were talking about the perfect evolution of beards. I don't know, Rico. They talking about your beard, brother. But yeah, I want to thank North Norway for joining this. And I don't know how the phone system work over there, but if you want to give us a call, the number is going across the screen, 678-381-1973. We'd definitely love to hear from you if you don't mind calling in, or if you're able to call in. We're talking about the power of a lie, and asking the question: Do lies actually have power? Go ahead, Adrian. What's on your heart?
Yeah, two things, Brother Raheem. I'm just gonna echo that same sentiment. Welcome all the way from Norway over in Northern Europe. So happy that you're on the line with us and on the radio broadcast. DKM Media and Associates from so far away. We're very honored. Second of all, I would like to comment on what Brother Rico was saying, and like you're asking a question. There was a young lady that I used to date a few years ago, and it used to hurt me so bad. I would hear her talking to her son in a car, for example, and she would be scolding him. And she, you just like your daddy, you just like your daddy, blah, blah, blah. You this, you that. And I told him one time, I said, baby, I said, look, I said, it took two to make that little man. I said, now, if you mad with that dude, with his daddy, for whatever reason it is, y'all beefing as grown folks, leave that little man out of it. Because I said, he got half of that dude in him and half of you in him. So now when you start looking at how that little man is being molded in his behaviors and his actions, you can't sit here and say, well, you're acting just like your daddy, you're stupid, you did. Because guess what? The daddy can turn back around and say something about you. Just that simple, you know? So, oh, that's cool. So I think when it comes to children, not that I think, I know it. When it comes to children and we as grown folk, we get angry about something, we get angry with the spouse or with the baby mama, baby dad, or whatever it is. Please try to keep your mouth closed. Because, yeah, that little child hearing that, you're just like your daddy, you're no good, you're going to be this, you're going to be that, you look like your dad, I hate him, and I hate you too. Guess what? You putting that in that child's mind. When that child go to school, if they think their dad is stupid and dumb and their dad just might be in jail, might be in prison, you never know. You know, he might just be a guy that's out there dumping trash on the side of the, trash truck, which don't take a whole lot of education, but it's still a very important job is to have sanitation people, very important, okay? But you putting that in that little child's head, that little child gonna look at that pencil or paper or computer, whatever it is, and they're gonna say, well, you know what? I'm stupid, I'm just like my daddy. A lot of time, lies are spoke out of anger too. Yeah. That's something we got to keep in mind. The power of a lie is spoke out of anger. I'm mad at you about something or another. So I'm going to reach deep down inside of me and I'm going to try my best to punch you. Ooh, I'm going to punch you like a moose kick. And when I tell you that hit going to be something serious, oh man, a moose 7 feet tall is how tall a moose is. I'm going to punch you. And when I punch you, that lie going to take you off this planet. We got to be careful about that now. Exactly. We got to be careful. Let me go to Donna, then we'll go to Annie after that. We're gonna rotate around. Jamie, be on standby, brother. We'll come to you next. Annie, what's on your heart?
Yeah, I just want to say, my mother was not saved. My mother spoke that into our lives as children also. She would see things out of anger, out of, frustration. And she would say it so often that me personally, I believed it. Because if your parents say it, the person that gave you life says it, it must be true. If your parents say you'll never amount to anything, it must be true because, after all, this is the person that God has placed over me. This is the womb that I come from. So I believe it. And I am 54 years old and I spent 90% of my life trying to prove my mother wrong. My mother dead and gone, but that seed was planted in me. It went so deep in me that I have spent millions of dollars buying property, buying this just to show her, even though she's not here, to prove to the people around me. And that's a very depressing feeling because you're always trying to prove something. You don't know why you're trying to do it, trying to buy the best this and buy the best that and do the best that, because that seed was planted so deep in me. It was planted so deep in me. And even though I forgive my mother, every now and then I think about that. And I'm always spending money, going here, going there, because I feel the need to prove to people around me that I am somebody and I can be somebody. And that's a very emotional, a very depressing feeling. Yeah. It just hurts because you feel the need. When your parents speak that into your life, parents better be very careful with that because words have power. Words carry weight. When you plant that seed into a child's mind, little girls and little boys, they take you at face value. They say, hey, my mama said I won't be nothing. I might as well go out there and sell dope. You know, I'm not, because me personally, like I say, it have cost me lots of time, lots of energy. The words are still there. Those words go deep. And I have spent the majority of my life trying to prove that one thing to my mother, which is, like I say, dead and gone. And even now, I find myself doing that even now. Because the seed was so deep, it went so deep into my soul, and I feel the need to have the best. I feel the need to drive the best. I feel the need to wear the best. I feel the need to have everything. I feel the need because she planted seed there. And it's a very depressing feeling. It really is. And it's tiresome. It keeps you frustrated. It's like you're on a cycle. You're on a roller coaster trying to get off. But every time I'm going to stop doing this right here. The next month, you back buying something else again. You back trying to buy the newest, all because that seed was planted. So parents better be aware of that. You are doing more damage than you are good. Yeah. You're harming that child. And those memories can lag on for eternity.
Now, how does one, and I heard what you said, and you say still to this day. And so that breaks my heart. Still to this day, you're still trying to fulfill something that was said to you. And I don't know what age it was that it was said to you, but you still to this day, I know you're about 29, 20, 27, 28, 29 now. And still to this day, you're trying to fulfill that. That's power. But how do you take that power back? How do you take that power back and be in control of it so it don't have to hover over you any longer?
Actually, Raheem, I don't know how. I prayed to God about it. I held them against my mother for a long time. And then the Lord told me to write my mother a letter. And I wrote a letter, and I read it out loud. And I just, getting down, I wrote my things on paper, and I read it out. But the thing about it is, I don't know why. I still feel the need right now to always, it's like always impress somebody, always to show up somebody. If your house is 5,000 square feet, my house gonna be 7,000. If my sister's is 25, mine gonna be 5. It's always something because that seed is there, and it keeps you in bondage. It keeps you in bondage. It keeps you always trying to do the best. I don't want this feeling. I mean, I hate to feel like that because it keeps you always on a cycle. But that seed was planted. It was planted there. You would never be nobody. You would never amount to anything. You would never do this right here. And that seed is deep in my soul. And even now, if it's there, if I can get it, I'm going to buy it. Do I need it? No. But I'm going to buy it because the seed is there. And that's a very horrible thing. It keeps you trying to please people. It keeps you, because you want to be in the spotlight all the time.
Wow. See, that right there is the power. That right there is the absolute power of a lie. That's the power of a lie. Donna Tucson, what's on your heart, brother? Talk to me.
I guess the truth is free then, because it's a lot simpler. If that's even a word, I don't even know if that's a word.
We're gonna add it into Webster today. We're gonna add it into Webster today, brother.
We're gonna add that to the
yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's added in.
There you go. See how that worked out? See how that worked out? But it's the simple truth. The day you eat this fruit, you shall surely die. And they didn't drop dead because the enemy come right back around and made it seem like the truth is a lie. Okay. It's kind of a manipulation. The only way to get out of that roller coaster ride is to believe. And I know it's a Christian broadcast, but some people just don't believe God. And we have to go back to believing Him and what He said, not what it sounds like He said. It's what He said. And if we can do all things through Christ that strengthens us, that's fine. That's just me in my life. There are some things that I know that seem like I just can't do. But then time will bring it to pass. to wait on it, because the enemy will bring some stuff in your life and it'll make it seem like the promises that God gave you will never come true.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say one other thing. Let me tell you how one person manipulated what seems to be something that most society has believed for a long time, because he knew what he was doing, just by manipulating maybe some of the truth. He put out a scenario or a word or a phrase, 2 words, fake news. So no matter what you say, there's a majority of the people that's going to see it as fake news. You say it's going to rain today, they say that's fake news.
Mm-hmm.
You hear what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Fake news. That's brilliant for a liar. That's a brilliant statement for a liar. So he can do whatever he wants to, and they'll believe that when they report on him, it's fake.
Mm-hmm.
And look at how many people believe that. So anyway, based on what was just said, I have to, in order to get to the bare truth, just believe what God says. I don't take nobody's word for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You can speak whatever you want. They got people going around speaking stuff in our lives, in people's lives.
Yeah.
Negative and positive.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them lying. They're lying. Let me tell you something. One more other thing. Somebody says you can be anything you want to be. That's a lie too. I ain't gonna say nothing else about that.
Good deal. I'm looking at Polar Nights. He said, I'll be right back. Need to go. Listen to this. Listen to what he said. He said, be right back. Need to go talk to my girlfriend. She's sleeping, but this will be my chance to get a word in.
Messy, right?
Hey, I'm just reading what he said, man. He said she's sleeping, so this will be my chance to get a word in. You know, when she woke, I can't get a word in, so I might as well go ahead and get all my words in while she's sleeping. That's wise, brother. That's absolutely wise. I want to go back before I go to because I'm going to go to Jamie. But before I do that, I want to go back to Annie for a second. And Annie, I'm gonna say this to you, sister. I know, I can't say I know. I feel you. I feel your heart in what you said, and I want you to know that you are wonderfully made. Sometimes we got to figure out a way. We got to figure out a way for you to get down to that root, and get that root up out of the ground, because that tree has no place in your life anymore.
Amen.
That tree has no place in your life anymore. And so my thing is this right here. We need to figure out a way we could get down and we need to destroy the root of that tree. We don't want to cut no branches off. We don't want to cut the tree down. We want to uproot this thing and take the root out the ground so it has no possibility of coming back at all. Because you are wonderfully
Yes, and
made.
you know what, Roger?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, sister. Go ahead.
You know something, and not only do those words carry a lot of weight that you speak over your children, it keeps your children competing with each other all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Parents don't understand the power. The parents don't understand the power that they have. A parent has power, and you got to be so very careful with your words. You got to be so very careful, because the Word of God tells you about the power of your words. You know, you have death and life in your tongue.
Yes.
And you know, we got to start thinking before we speak into our children's life. We got to start thinking. And I teach my children and the same thing right now. And I let them know. And they keep wondering, why come y'all always competing? Because that root, that word was planted, and it keeps your children always. It's like a cycle. You have to outdo the next one. You got to outdo that one. It's like a cycle. I'm telling you, parents better understand that their words carry weight. Show love, because these words can cause you emotional scars forever.
Yeah.
Your words can cut you harder and deeper than any knife can. When you plant those words in those babies' hearts, like you tell a child that he's ugly, this child gonna believe you, because after all, you're my mother, and you're the one that's supposed to love me. If you think I'm ugly, then the world must think I'm ugly too. So therefore, it is settled. I am ugly. We gotta be very careful with that. Be very careful, because words are critical. Words are powerful, and words are. When a child hears this, they may say that they don't believe it. But if you say something often enough, and mama tell me I'm ugly every day, so apparently I'm ugly. Mama tell me I'm gonna always be this right here, so apparently it's true. She said it over and over again. So it's settled in my spirit that I'm going to be this right here. We got to be very careful. Be very careful about the words you speak over these babies when they're children, because they grows up and they carry those words with them. And they begin to act out what mama said. Mama said, you're going to always be a dope dealer. Okay, you're going to always be like your daddy. Okay, my daddy's in prison, so let me start acting like my daddy because mama said it.
Wow.
We got to be very careful with that. Your words are very, very important in your child's life. When they're growing up, growing up, they watch what you do, but they also listen what you say. They listen to the words come out your mouth. So we gotta be very careful. Speak life over these babies. Speak life into their lives. Speak beautiful things. Speak beautiful things. You'll always be beautiful. You are an amazing, beautiful. I tell my granddaughters all the time, y'all are so pretty. Y'all are beautiful. You are beautiful. I have one little granddaughter. She's brown. And I got a couple of them a little lighter. She said, Mama, why am I brown? I said, because God made you extra special, extra beautiful. I love your brownness. I love it. I'm always speaking life into them all the time.
Yeah.
You have to speak life into these babies.
Exactly. Jamie, what's on your heart, brother? I had to go back. I had to go back to my sister. I had to speak to her for a second. But Jamie, what's on your heart? Let me come to you next, brother.
All right.
Raheem, there are several things. If I could mention two of them.
Yes, sir.
One being the fact we're talking about lies and truth and how powerful a lie can be. If you look right now on everything that's been said, it's almost like everybody on this phone is supposed to be a Trump fan. I mean, what's Biden fan? Yeah. And I'm not. I'm not a Trump fan. I'm not a Biden fan. But the fact we're talking about truth, to show you how truth works. The thing that Trump asked for with this recount. Now I'm listening to the news and it says that Trump asked for a recount and the votes are going to change, but Biden will still be the winner. In other words, there was something that took place with the numbers. So truth, this is fine of a line as where we were off, but Biden is still the winner. So when people start looking at that, we have to be that objective in how we see things. Because if we miss that, we're so easily led by our emotions. And I'm hearing a lot of that, even as we're trying to be objective and deal with something as important as not lie, because I'm looking more than that truth. That's how I can look at lie and identify it, because I know what is the opposite of. And the other thing I want to address is something Annie just said, and it was very important. There's a term that's called dissatisfactional inspiration. It sounds sort of crazy, but the way it works is just that, my family ain't this, nobody around me has done this, and the person is so dissatisfied with the negativity that they turn around and it inspires them to go on and be something greater. So it's almost like the Bible says, all things work together for the good of those who love the Lord and are called according to his purpose.
Amen.
That's a powerful statement there, because when we come to know what the word says and what the word says about us and who we are, that settles it.
Good deal. Yeah, absolutely. Man, that's powerful. That's powerful. Jenny, Leonard, talk to me, brother.
It's different because I listen, and I like what Jamie just said because it's pretty much what I was going to say. So, you know, it's that way for a lot of kids, especially kids where I'm from. See, because me as a child, had someone said that to me, I said, I'm gonna make you a liar.
Yeah.
It's because it's negative. If it doesn't make me feel good, I'm not going to give into it. And that's what I've always been. If somebody wrote to call you ugly, your mama ugly. Go the other way. See, people, you know, I remember when it used to be sticks and stones may hurt your bones. And you can call me whatever you want. I really don't care.
Yeah, exactly.
I've never lived from the outside in. I lived from the inside out. I was taught that as a child. So, and anytime you're gonna face anything, everybody ain't gonna love you. Everybody ain't gonna like you. I don't even think it's set up like that.
No, it's not.
So I wouldn't depend on it because people change just like you flip a light switch or change clothes. Guess what? If you can't get along with that one, go find another one to get along with.
Come on.
It's to me, it's not. It's sometimes you know people just let it go. If you want to be healed, be healed.
But is that easier said than done?
Well, it just depends. If you're getting something from that, as negative as it may be, it's feeding something. You might want to kill what it's feeding because it's just gonna get fatter.
Yeah. Somebody told me, said something one time before, and I hope I get this right because I'll butcher something in a minute. Rico, you know, cut it out, man. I'll butcher something in a minute. But they say either you're gonna feed what you feed is what's gonna grow, and that's right. What you just said. What you feed, and that's how I go. What you feed is what's going to grow. If you're feeding the negative in your life, if you're feeding those negativities in your life, and the negative things, then that's what's going to grow.
Because if the scraps all you got,
that's all you got. That's all you got. Come on,
you can grow from them scraps. You know what I'm saying? So I don't understand if the evidence,
come on,
is there that person is lying. What you holding on to it for?
Exactly. Rico, what's on your heart, brother?
You know, I'm glad that who was that Jamie?
Yes.
Said that a second ago. I was glad he said that too, because I was gonna bring that up. It was gonna be a different terminology. I didn't know they had a phrase for it, a term for it, but I was gonna make the point that sometimes we try to manipulate people into doing the right thing. Remember at Christmas time we used to tell people that if you was being naughty or nice, Santa Claus was watching.
Yeah.
If you woke up in the middle of the night, he gonna throw pep in your eyes. God sees everything. You get what I'm saying? It's so many different things that people tell us to manipulate us into doing good to a point to where some parents don't understand where to draw the line. So now in Annie's situation, that could have been her warped way of trying to motivate her to do better. Not realizing that people come in varieties, emotions come in varieties. Everybody is not going to take that negative criticism and say, you know what? No, I'm going to prove you wrong. Yeah. Some people going to say, you know what? He must be right. She must be right. I can identify with Annie. You know, my situation was different. It was my stepfather, you know, that was mentally and physically abusing me with that. I hate him. I want him out my house. But then when your mom sitting there listening to it, or your dad on the other side of the town know what's going on, and they don't defend you to prove that lie wrong, sooner or later your self-esteem is going to die down. You're going to lose hope when the person that's supposed to be telling you, and you know you're smart. Somebody might say, you ain't going to amount to nothing. But wait a minute, I make straight A's.
Yeah.
You mean to tell me because I get a bad attitude, because you mistreat me, that I ain't going to amount to nothing? You know what I'm saying? But see, when people don't defend, that's why the village is so important. That's why the village is so important, because you have to identify those that do have that negative reinforcement in the home, or maybe it's coming off the wrong way. Like I said, maybe Annie's mom was trying to manipulate her into saying, no, I ain't gonna be like that. Make her feel so bad that she wouldn't want to do it. Because that's what happens sometimes. I caught myself doing the same thing to my sons, saying what I was afraid of, and then I realized, you know what, man, they ain't gonna take that the right way.
Yeah.
That ain't gonna motivate them. I ain't gonna be able to trick them into doing good by telling them, hey, this is what you're gonna end up doing. So I had to go ahead and find another way to be a positive reinforcer. But the first step in the fits in that, you asked Annie how could she come out of that? You know what I'm saying? And the same thing with me. You know, my way of sort of rebuilding my self-esteem and realizing that sometimes I was acting to try to prove them wrong. At least she recognized where it came from. That's the first step.
Yeah.
First, realizing that you had the problem and what the action that you did was sort of off a little bit, and what caused you to act like that. What made you go out here and want to buy this and that up to prove wrong, and you know where it came from. So now it's easier to start recovering when you realize where that break came from. But if you don't ever know where that negative reinforcement came from, the only thing you know is that you don't have any self-esteem. You know, you don't have any motivation about yourself. Because people used to ask me all the time, like, man, you should be doing more. You should be doing better. I knew I had potential, but at the same time, I didn't realize just how much self-esteem I lacked until I was pushed against the wall. When I had to go represent people at 23 years old at my job as a union rep, I was pushed into a corner. I first defended myself, but then other people came to me and said, hey, man, why don't you be a union rep? So now I'm representing all these guys that's older than me, old enough to be my dad. But I never realized the leadership qualities that I had more than others on the outside, based on that mental beat down that I took at home. So you can lose hope. Now, if you don't lose hope, you could get misdirected and start trying to overcompensate in other things. And it look like it's positive to you, but really truly you're going overboard in this direction, trying to overcompensate for what that negativity you were hearing when you were young. So you fix it, you start recovering by identifying where it came from. I believe by Annie recognizing that and identifying it and then calling herself out, holding herself accountable, like I hold myself accountable. That's the recovery. It ain't gonna happen overnight, but that's the recovery, is acknowledging it and realizing where that dysfunction comes from.
Absolutely. Adrian, I see your hand there, brother. What's on your heart?
What's on my heart? I'm a bring it like this, and this is not just a sister Annie. This is to any child. And you said it earlier, Raheem, and I've learned a lot today. I'm not gonna lie. When you think about lies, wherever they're based from, whether they're based out of anger, jealousy, misunderstanding, whatever it is, we got to understand, well, at least me, what I'm learning from this message today is, in the garden that day, mankind, which I am, there's the physical me and there's the spiritual me. And like Raheem said, the physical man didn't die that day, but the spiritual man did. When we disobeyed God, we got separated, because God is a spirit. And he came and he asked, he said, where are you? They had covered themselves up. They said, we're naked. He said, well, who told you you're naked?
Yes.
We were supposed to be in the spirit. Then I cross-referenced that, and I want to give Sister Annie this encouragement. Malachi 3:10. Bring ye all the tithe into the storehouse, that there may be meat in mine house, and prove me now herewith, said the Lord of hosts, if I will not open you the windows of heaven and pour out a blessing that there shall not be room enough to receive. I read that scripture because I love Sister Annie's story. I want her to know that because she seemed like she loved God, God is pouring out his spiritual blessings into her, so that when she talked to her grandchildren, she can pour them into them. A lot of time, it ain't about money, Sister Annie, buying the best house, the best car, the best dick. God is putting his spirit of love, joy, encouragement, forgiveness, peace, understanding, overcoming. You are an overcomer, Sister Annie. Any young kids out there that you got parents speaking out of anger, telling you ain't gonna never be nothing, amount to nothing, you are an overcomer. Let that spirit of God get in you. And when it get in you, like me and my mama were talking a few years ago, you know, she has a lot of nice things too, earthly things. But guess what? Flesh and blood ain't gonna inherit that kingdom. Ain't gonna be one break left on top of another. It's nothing wrong with having nice stuff down here now. Don't get me wrong. But I want all of it, at least in my mind, I've learned this morning, is that when that spirit pour out, I got to tell somebody else of God's goodness. I got to tell somebody else that they're beautiful. I got to tell somebody else that God can heal, that God can save, you know? So I've learned from that this morning. I really appreciate this broadcast.
Yes, sir. Praise God. Praise God. We got another caller. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
I think that's me, y'all. Good morning. Good morning.
There she go.
Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning, young lady. How you doing this morning? There she go.
I'm well. Happy after Thanksgiving, y'all.
Man, I'm still fat and full. Look at it's a couple of days later. I'm still fat and full. So you know how I did over this Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Eat beans, greens, tomatoes, or whatever. Okay, but Toya, we had a conversation this morning. We're talking about the power of a lie. The power of a lie. Do lies have power?
Oh wow.
Do lies have power?
Oh, absolutely they do.
Mm-hmm.
You just have no idea. You know, I mean, like the truth. A lot of us really don't want to know the truth. We think we want to know the truth, but we really don't want to know the truth. But no, a lie, man. Oh my gosh. We start off with Santa Claus. We start off a lot of the things we do. We lie to our kids, don't even know it. Subtly. And we build up these norms. It's okay. Oh, a little white lie. A lie's a lie. We forget a lie is a lie.
Mm-hmm.
When it fits us, we can use a lie. You know, man, the young was speeding. No, officer, I didn't know I was speeding. No, sir, I did not know that. You know, we negotiate, but it is still what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And we already know that we can't do that. We can't determine how someone else is going to react off of that lie, regardless of what you're using it for yourself. It don't necessarily have to be about being scared of people. I don't think Donald Trump was scared of folks when he was lying. You know, different people lie for different reasons. I remember, listen, I ain't scared of nothing, but I lie if I feel like that's what I want to do. Period. I don't normally see no reason to do that. But if that's what I feel like I want to do for whatever reason, that's why I do it. Ain't no other, you know, ifs, ands, and buts. But some people, we get dirty. We tell lies about who baby daddies is. We tell lies about who, where you been in the wee hours of the night, whether you've been with boy or girl. We tell lies about money. You protecting somebody's money and spending a little here, there, you know, and even in the pulpit, not telling the whole truth about what God said. You want to come and tell us bits and pieces about tithing, but you don't want to tell us the part about the prosperity to keep you tithing. Because if I make a mistake and just look up, because we human, look up and I get too far, you scared I'm going to drift off, so you don't tell the whole truth. But you instigate or institute the lies behind what you know the truth is not. You know what I'm saying? So a lie can be deep, man. A lie can cut in so many different ways. A lie can lead to somebody else's demise, you know, and I just, you know, don't suggest it. But if you do, be ready to accept whatever kind of consequences that come with it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Jamie, what's on your heart, brother?
Yeah, I was listening. Is that Toya with a T?
Yes.
Greetings to you. And Annie as well. Annie, I used a couple of terms earlier, the logos and something else. And I was very impressed with that because usually I'm used to hearing Annie on Wednesdays. And this topic here brings out a great side of her. But when it comes down to lying comes with a price. I thought about this when I first came on. I remember Leonard making a statement. All of us wasn't kings. All of us wasn't queens. So when we start looking at something other than the lie and we're ready for the truth, that's when we're ready to move ahead. We defend ourselves with lies. As Toya just stated, you know, we if it's comfortable, or as she alluded to, if you got the character to do it, or you don't have enough fear of God, man, or whatever the case may be, lying is easy. When we get ready to make some progress, that's when we take off those layers. That's when we kind of pull back the lies and kind of look at the truth. Then we can move forward. So there's some great things that's coming out of this that we can apply if we choose. You know, just by exposing the lie, you reveal the naked truth.
Exactly.
But we got to be prepared for it.
Good deal. Good deal. Shauna.
Yes. Good morning.
Good morning, young lady. How you doing this morning?
I'm well.
Good deal. We're talking about the power of a lie. The power of a lie.
Ooh.
Now, do lies have power?
Yeah, it does. It does. It can shape a situation. It can shape a person. It can do some damages.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And Annie was on with us earlier. She had to take off. Hopefully, she'll call back in a few minutes. But she was saying how her mother planted the seed in her when she was younger, saying that she'll never be, and she'll never be this, and she'll never be that. And now she's of a certain age, and her mother passed on the glory, but she's actually now still trying to fulfill and prove her mother wrong, that she will be this and she will be that. And so she found herself sometimes going out there buying things that she don't even need, wanting to compete against other people to make sure, even her family members, to make sure that she's in a much better situation than they are. If they got a 4,000 square foot home, she got to have a 5,000 square foot home. And she all, they get this car, she got to have that car. And so she says she can't get away from that, because that seed has been planted. That lie has been planted in her. What do you say to that?
That's true. I can relate to that. My grandparents raised me, and for a moment, I thought my mother was my sister. And so it was not until she said something to me in reference to, she says, mom, like mommy's baby or something like that. And I said, you're not my mother. And she was like, yes, I am. I was like, no, you're not. So it can shape a person's thought. It can their life for sure, because I'm a prime example of that. And for a long time, my mother and I didn't have a good relationship because I didn't know her. And it was because I was told a lie. I was told that my grandparents was my parents. Wow. I mean, don't get me wrong, they did a good job. I thank God for them. Yeah. But for the longest time, and matter of fact, I'm the only child from my mother. And so it was not until I got saved, to be honest with you, when I got saved at 21, and the Lord began to deal with my heart in reference to my mom. And he was like, she had you, you got to respect her. And, my whole mindset changed. And today my mom is my best friend, basically.
Praise God.
And so it does. A lie can, especially, when you're young and you tell children lies and they believe this thing, and then all of a sudden they become adult, it affect your life. It does. And honesty is the best thing. I've learned over the year, honesty, it may hurt, the truth may hurt to a point that, what I'm saying, but you won't regret it in the long run.
Exactly. And I'm listening to what you're saying, and what's amazing to me is it took God. It took you finding God to be able to get back
absolutely
to a point where you could forgive, because otherwise you may never have forgiven her. And
that's the truth. That is the honest truth, because and don't get me wrong, I didn't defy her. It was just that I didn't know her. And she was trying to make me obey her. She would tell me to do something, and I was like, you can't. My grandmother just told me to do this, so you're not my mother. So it was that back and forth thing, because I was tricked in my mind. You know what I'm saying? I was a kid. I was a child. And so when it came to her having that authority and telling me, the things I need to be doing, I was like, you don't have that right. You know what I'm saying? I consider you like my sister.
Yeah.
And it was not until you're right. I absolutely right. When I met the Lord, and he gave me a new heart towards my mom.
Yeah.
And I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful that I have this relationship with my mom now. She come visit me, and we hang out, we laugh, and we shop. We have the best of a relationship, and it's all because of the Lord. Coming into that truth and understanding, and then a lot of things I started learning. The things I do, I got from my mom. Good traits I got from my mom. And I'm sorry.
Had God not softened your heart, you would never know that.
Right. But I can tell other young women, I've had testimonies. My testimony is I had a lot of young women that came to me in my ministry that dealt with the same thing. So I was able to tell them, you got to release your mom. You got to, you got to allow that time of healing. So, I'm a testament of what God can do,
Absolutely.
with a lie. Yeah.
Absolutely. Let me go. We got another caller. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Good morning, Bishop.
Bishop. Good morning, sir. How you doing this morning?
Man, I'm wonderfully blessed.
Yes, sir.
How about you all?
Hey, blessed as well. Blessed as well. I want to throw this topic at. We're talking about the power of a lie. The power of a lie. Asking the question: do lies have power? Bishop, what do you say to that?
Yeah, lies have power. It's funny that you said that. I was having a conversation last night about the devil and the role he plays. He is a lie, the father of lies. When someone lies to you or lies on you, that negatively affects you because the people would rather believe a lie before they believe the truth.
That's right.
My mother said this when I was growing up. In fact, man, it rings within my head. A lie makes it across the country before the truth makes it up the hill. So that's what people like. That's what people want.
Yeah.
That's right.
So you tell that lie because, and the reason someone lies to you, they're lying to you because they are either two things. And I think Rico may have said it, but most times people lie to you because they're afraid of you, or they want to see you hurt or see your demise, and that's why they lie. I hope I don't offend anyone on the station as I'm speaking, but Revelation 21 and it says, all liars, not some of them, all liars, whatever the part of the lake of burning fire. That's what the book says. So now we're getting ready to go into December. And one of the biggest lies that told every December is that Santa Claus is going to bring you some toys. So you better be good. You better be good. Again, Rico, he said this, and I was listening to the show, but they'll tell that lie. But when the child acts up, they say, I'm going to take that toy from you, or I'm going to tell Santa Claus not to bring you nothing. Because that's what they're wanting to lean to. I have never, in my 38 years of being a parent, told my children about nobody riding on no sleigh from the North Pole. They're going to travel all around the world and give these children some toys. I tell mine, I worked for this. I bought this for you, me and your mom. And if you act up, I'm going to take it from you. But other than that, that's what people, they rely on that lie every year and don't realize they set themselves up for a spiritual demise because they're not being taught in the church.
Exactly.
So it's like me sending my wife some flowers and saying, from a secret admirer. Miss the dog look around. Who sent these? Did Johnny send this? Who sent them? No, from your husband, Greg. Not from no secret admirer. But they ain't giving no credit to nobody else. And every time somebody tell a lie, they're giving credit to the devil. And that's who they represent. That's who they serve. So yes, a lie can hurt you.
Good deal, Leonard.
Good morning, I heard Bishop.
Leonard about to go somewhere, y'all.
He telling the truth because I wasn't raised with the whole Santa Claus thing and stuff like that. So it is amazing, and how some parents actually use that as a disciplinary type thing. About you not gonna get this, that, or the other.
Hey, Mama, I need to ask you a question. Yeah, baby. Didn't you build a fire last night? Yeah. Didn't you say Santa Claus come down the chimney? How you didn't get burned?
It was so I guess we never were raised with that because my parents' anniversary happened to be on Christmas, and so they were always, folks would come by and celebrate with them, and we'd be in the bed, and we'd hear them wrapping gifts and everything. Our parents was just off the chain, loud, and they was trying to be quiet, but they just having a good time.
Get some more tape.
Exactly. That's exactly how it was. We had to go to bed because in the midst of their partying and drinking, they got wrapped gifts.
Exactly.
And they haven't done in the morning. So it was always funny. But I'm just glad I was raised by rational people.
Yeah.
They felt no need to do things like that, you know. Like one, my daddy was a preacher all day, every day. He had never preached to you Jesus was born on Christmas.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
You
know, he wasn't into that type of thing. So
boy, that Nimrod boy, that Nimrod boy, no, ain't no dream, but that Nimrod boy, boy, stop playing.
So, you know, a lot of people get caught up, you know, how I believe Andy mentioned a little white lies and this, that, and the other that people tell. And really a lie is a lie.
Yeah.
And for whatever, I like how you said, when I lie for that reason that I want to lie. That's why some people do it. Like I think Adrian had mentioned. There are some people that just like drunk. Exactly. They like starting mess.
Yeah.
So they lie a lot. Or, you know, it amazes me that when people tell lies that are obviously lies, you know, obvious lies that anybody can find the truth to.
Hey, you see this rock right here? Man, I got it from the moon last night.
They've been selling moon rock for a minute, ain't they?
Exactly. Toya, with the T, what's on your heart, sister? Toya?
Well, yeah, I'm here. Yeah, no, that's deep, man. A lie, when you decide to tell it, you know, can be used for whatever advantage you want to use it for. I created the light bulb knowing that somebody else did. You know what I'm saying? People do it for different things, man. You know, and to somebody said earlier about how our parents might tell us what we're not going to be. It don't stop when you're young. We do it when you're old, too. You ain't never going to be this, that, and third.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's just people, forgive them for know not what they do, man. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes that's what we need. You know, it dawned on me the other day. I know I was mad about being molested at 9, but understand, I used that to grab on to the knowledge that I have. You know, if anything would have been different, it would have pushed my drive differently. So regardless of what lie I might have been trying to keep up, oh, I'm okay as a kid. That was a lie. You know what I'm saying? I'm okay. Nothing happened. I got to get up and go on and act just like I'm supposed to in front of my daddy so they don't know nothing is different. And I still got to focus, you know. But over time, that lie caught up to me because when the Lord started to deal with me, He turned me right back to me. It wasn't about anybody else's lies, anybody else's truths, anybody else, anything. It was about the pure truth of what the words say, what God say, versus what I was doing. And what I was doing and what I was operating out of was a lie. And I had to recognize that and turn back. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't doing what God wanted me to do. I was operating out of hurt, and I had to recognize that. When I communicate with family members, oh, I'm from Brooklyn. No, it ain't right. When I communicated with guys, you know, or whatever I put men through, no, it ain't right. You know what I'm saying? You're telling yourself a lie if you think that the way you're communicating with them and y'all dealing with each other and you're treating each other what you know, that's a lie. My word is the truth. So anything other than God's word is a lie, no matter how we want to slice it, no matter what anybody else say. Is what God's truth is, and that's the only truth that matters. Anything other than that is a lie.
Exactly. Tucson, talk to me.
I think that the best thing that we can do is just believe God. I hate to keep saying it because people don't believe it. But I'm going to keep saying it because I believe it.
Come on.
I'm not trying to persuade nobody. That's just what I believe. It's helping me. It helps me in my life. Because you got to let that thing work itself out. I listen, and I like to go with people's lives, but I see some stuff. When God has a plan for our lives, it don't make no difference whether a lie's been told about your life. It's what He's doing rather than what's saying. And I know my sister said something, the one that just came in, that said that, you know, you found out that your mom was your sister what's your mom?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, that's fine. But God had a plan. Yes, it may be that in order to nurture, and I'm not trying to, I really don't like to fool people's lives, but in order to make you or bring that person to who they are, it may have been better for them to be closer to the grandparent, a more responsible person, to shape and mold and make them into what God said would happen and would manifest in the life. God has a way to work things out.
Absolutely.
And he does some things. It doesn't make no sense whatsoever. You may be angry about what God is doing because you don't want to work it out like that. But he'll bring you through the valley and the shadows of death.
See, and a lot of times, our majority of the time, our understanding, his understanding don't line up. We don't have to always understand it. Yeah.
Two different things.
Come on. 678-381-1973. Absolutely.
Your thoughts.
Go ahead, Don.
No, your thoughts and his thoughts are two different things. Your ways and his ways, two different things.
Absolutely.
And another one, the other thing in our shut. Everybody not children of God. That's a lie. Some people are children of the devil. We got to stop trying to make them the liars. The children, like the scribes and the Pharisees, they was the good old church folks, and Jesus called them the children of you're the children of your father, the devil. So hey, it is what it is.
Amen. Adrian, talk to me, brother.
Man, I tell you, this thing is good this morning, y'all. I feel like I'm an overcomer, and I pray that everybody that's on this line, to our brothers all the way over in Europe and wherever the radio station is going, I really hope that everybody is an overcomer of the power of a lie, and that we look within ourselves to understand that a lie not only hurts others, you digging grave for others, you digging grave for your offspring, for future generations, and you digging graves for yourself. It's not good to throw stumbling blocks in other people's way, even when you're angry. I'll admit, for me now, sometimes I'm hellfire and brimstone. I ain't gonna lie. Okay, I'm not proud of it, but sometimes we just have to sit on our hands and staple our lips. Okay, even if something is in our heart that we might not like or might not care for, instead of telling a lie and opening our lips, bridle your tongue. Like the good book said, bridle your tongue, okay, and be patient and let the Spirit of God work it out. I'm not gonna lie, it's some stuff right now. Oh, I can tell y'all what it is. Oh, I want to throw fire bad, boy. I want to, just how y'all see my fire going over there, I want to hold some people's feet to the fire. But you know what? I'm gonna be still, and I'm gonna see the salvation of our God.
Amen. And just and we're gonna come to you next. I want to take care of two pieces of business. And what Adrian was just talking about, we got a brother that joined us this morning from he said good morning from North Norway. So they're actually listening from Norway. He chimed in this morning, and he's actually still listening in. So I don't know what his name is. His name on the thing is Polar Nights. Polar Nights is his name, and so yeah, that's the one thing. And another thing, y'all, we did it. I'm gonna show it. I'm gonna pull up on the screen one more time. We did it, y'all. We did it. The Black I Am Award. We got this award, and then, like I said, they put my name on it, but it's not. It should have DKM Media Group. Our name should be there because as a team, we did it. It's most inspirational male talk / radio show. And so my thing is, we have an award. We have this award right here. This is what it is. I just want to put it up so everybody can see it. Leonard got his fingerprints all over, but we ain't gonna say that about all that. We ain't gonna say that about all that. But yeah, y'all, we, like I said, it's we did. I keep it right here on the table so when we broadcast, everybody can see it. And congratulations to each and every one of y'all, man. We did this. We did it. And my daughter said it's the first of E pluribus unum, the one of many. And so hopefully we'll have them lined up all over the table. Though we don't do it for that, it's good to be acknowledged about what we get up every morning, man. We get up every morning and we do stuff like this, have conversations like this right here, hoping that it's gonna help somebody in some kind of way. And to have somebody to recognize us for what we do, man, we did it. We did it. Rico, what's on your heart, brother?
Man, congratulations again, man. I know we told you when you first got announced the winner that, but I'm gonna say it again.
Yes, sir.
You know, I'm gonna throw a curveball in here right quick. Some lies aren't all bad. Sometimes lies are meant to protect people. You know, some people would be devastated to find out that their granddad or their uncle is the daddy. You know, Christy had a show one day, and I read a letter from this girl that I knew that found out she was a rape baby. She's grown now. She went through a whole lot of turmoil in life and different things that happened because of that rape with her mother before the truth finally came out. Now it's hard for her to deal with, you know, finding out that some of her cousins are her sisters now. You get what I'm saying? Wow. So, you know, some lies are meant to protect people. You know, in Shauna's situation, that the reason why I think she may have been, along with going to church and finding God, but another reason she was able to sort of maybe forgive her mom, because her mom evidently was in the right place to be having a child at that time. Maybe her mom was 12. I don't know how old her mom was, but in situations, I know situations where a mother's 12 years old. Yeah. So that 12-year-old mother is going to be looked at as sister until the time is right. And for that child, it's best for that child to think that grandmama is their mama, because they don't want to run around here 10 years old talking about their mama 22. You get what I'm saying? So there's so many different levels to this thing about lies and the power of it. But you got to be careful. And like I said, we got to be consistent. Like I said, you know, this Thanksgiving and Christmas thing, man, you know, when we break down the truth of what Thanksgiving is, think about what we celebrate. If everybody went back and actually broke down the whole truth of what Thanksgiving was and how it started, the whole history of it, and then look at themselves and say, man, you know what? Do I really feel right celebrating this? Because it's a race of people that don't like this day. But guess what we doing? We still celebrating. Yeah. And we gonna condone eating our chitlins too on top of it. But then I'm gonna go back to asking you. You know, you reap what you sow. A lie is a lie. A lie begets a lie. Yeah. When I first heard the story about Santa Claus coming down a chimney, the first thing I went around looking for was chimneys on everybody's house, and everybody's house didn't have a chimney. Something ain't right. How did he come in the back door? Mama, y'all sleep when Santa Claus come too? Yeah, we sleep too when Santa Claus come. We just leave the cookies and milk out. Yeah, yeah. I'm thinking, you know, I'm real small when I'm here. They're like, wait a minute, we ain't got no chimney. We live in a trailer. I'm looking around for a fireplace. Who y'all talking to? Yeah, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and go along with this. Somehow Santa Claus is working. Then I get a little bit older and get curious, and I start finding a month or two ahead of Christmas new stuff hidden all through the house, closets, in the back of the van, all kind of new stuff. You know what? This look like something I might want. Let me ask my mom about this. That ain't throwing that for your cousin. Oh, wait a minute now. I better not see this up under the tree from Christmas time. Y'all been lying to me this whole. So guess what? It's all right to lie. I don't know when it's minor or when it's made to protect somebody or when it's meant for good. Only thing I know is you lied to me. I know how it goes now. So guess what seed we sowed? Playing Santa Claus. Ain't that sweet? Yeah. Now we don't create a compulsive liar that runs around here and accuses people of molesting children and anything else sensational because they don't grew up off a sensational lie about Santa Claus coming down their chimney and surviving, breaking in their house, leaving stuff. Ain't that something? They don't believe that the pilgrims sat down and had Thanksgiving in a legitimate way not understood the true history. Then when they find out the true history, we still celebrate it and we don't even care about how these people over here that lost everything that they had before colonizers got here is feeling. We say happy Thanksgiving and they don't care. We don't care how they feel.
Exactly.
So think about that. Think about that lie that we embrace. And because it made us feel good, it make us feel so good. Get together with your family and celebrate. What are you thankful for? I'm so thankful we came over here and took these people's stuff.
Kill them, maimed them, did all kind of inhumane things to them.
A lie begets a lie. Don't get mad when it get too big for you to control. Because now you got people running around here electing people for president based off of lies that they want us to believe when really and truly just because they like keeping no trouble, they like sensationalism, and some of them racist, amongst the many other lies that they told to cover up the real reason why they voted for that man.
Exactly. Go ahead, Jamie.
You know, Frank, my brother said this earlier, I was going to let it go, but he brought it up again. You know, looking at Thanksgiving, what about the 4th of July? I mean, you got the 4th of July that we, this year particularly, I mean, with everything that's going on now, the 4th of July, the time we had to really sit and think. We still went about it, look forward to it. Juneteenth, supposedly, you know, it's a little bit more truth to it. Somebody fabricated something, they came up with something, just put it out there to where it's kind of raw. It is what it is. But to look at Thanksgiving, which is that collective holiday for everybody, and yet the 4th of July, when we talk about the lie, all the lies, this program started off with the lie that they told and how it impacted people and how that lie had just grown. But still, when we look at that Thanksgiving, that 4th of July, in my opinion, is even more shameful. I wasn't going to mention it, but because my brother went back and mentioned Thanksgiving twice, it's just only fitting that we shed some light on 4th of July.
Well, there's so many there's so many different things that we celebrate here in this country. Truth of the matter,
they all lies there.
Yeah.
Let's not accept one based on the fact we accepting another. That's what I was telling you earlier. So when it comes to truth, don't bring me none of the lies trying to validate one of them. I'm just looking for the truth in the matter.
Exactly, because my thing is this right here. You know, we can't point the finger at just one, because look at all of them and look at the history of all of them and how they came to be. All of them, pretty much all the holidays that we celebrate here in this country that we hold so near and dear to our hearts. Look at the history, and from that history, make the determination whether it's something that you want to celebrate or not. Bishop, what's on your heart?
I listened to Rico and I appreciate what James said, and both of them made a statement that maybe we should really look at what we call ourselves celebrating. And when Rico made the comment about, you know, some lies are good, well, I would disagree, because no lie is good. And the Bible says there's no lies of the truth. The Bible says speak truth to your neighbor, lie not one to another. So I don't care how small the situation is or matter is, we just need to tell the truth. And the truth is the only thing that's going to make us be free. So I don't have to worry about, like I said, I alluded to the Santa Claus bit, you know, because when I found out, I was 6 years old. My parents have been telling me that all the while, and my brother was a year older than me, said, that's the thing is Santa Claus. And so I went to my mother, and, you know, I remember Mama saying, Mama never said no Santa Claus. And she said, it ain't. I said, why you been telling me that all these years? So I got mad and started fighting my brother. But I couldn't fight my mama. So I thought my brother was telling me that. And from the age of 6 to this very day, I vowed that I would never tell that lie, because I was so hurt. Anticipating. I mean, I done went to bed and closed my eyes because I ain't want Santa Claus to put no steps in my eye, all that stuff. We didn't have a tennis. Mama them say he came through the door. He has magic. He can walk through doors. So I'm like, well, dog, if he's a natural man, how can he walk through doors? Then you giving him some more power that he never had. Or that he shouldn't have had. And so we give power to the lie. The more we feed that lie to others, the more power we give it. And that's why Mama said the lie make it go out the country, for the truth make it up the hill. So we're giving that lie legs, so that lie can move freely and make it wherever it needs to go. That's why I have a problem with telling lies. My dad had told me at the age of 14. He said, Greg, all a man has is his word.
Yeah, yeah.
And if you can't shoot to your word, there's nothing good about you. So if somebody asks me something, I'll say, do you really want the truth? Do you really want to know the truth? Because I'm going to tell you the truth now. So in life, we have to try to live down the lie.
Exactly.
And principally, I was thinking about Joseph, how Potiphar's wife told that lie on him. And he spent 3 years in prison for a lie that was told. But the same thing happened to me when I was an elected official, when somebody told a lie on me. And I told them, I didn't do nothing. I'm going to tell the truth. What's going to do? Who's going to whoop my butt? Nobody going to whoop me. So I'm going to tell you the truth. And let's move on. But they would rather believe a lie than before they believe truth. So this is me. I'm going to tell you the truth. And I'd rather be told the truth and let my feelings be hurt than be lied to and then found out down the road. Just like Shauna, when she found out her mama, she been telling her mama is my sister for all these years, and she found out her mama, that hurts. But thank God that she got herself in Christ to allow her to accept and move on and receive who her mama was. But I can imagine how hurtful it was when the truth came out. Man, wait a minute, she was my mama all these years. Why you didn't tell me? I don't think she is 12. And it's unfortunate that somebody who's 12-year-old become a parent. But hey, I'm your mama, and this happened. So, you know, it is what it is.
Okay. Hey, Bishop, Rico have a question for you. Rico?
Oh, I was asking, can a lie ever protect somebody's well-being? Like because it's a lot of consequence behind finding out that your had you at 11 or 12 years old. You know, especially if that mother doesn't lead by example or straighten herself out. Say she say that mother has a loose lifestyle and continues having children after that, you know, or maybe she was on drugs. I mean, there's so many different reasons why. I'll go back to what I was saying about a child finding out their mom's brother is actually their dad. You know, that can be very devastating to a small child that knows better, to know that's strange. And especially if they got to go around this uncle or their supposed dad or whatever. So, I mean, is it ever a time that a lie can protect somebody until they are old enough to handle the truth?
Is that question to me?
Yes.
Well, I'm just gonna hold what the scripture says. And if the scripture says all lies, it didn't say some. It didn't say good lie, bad lie, white lie. A lot of people said Revelation 21:8. Read it. I didn't say it. I didn't write it. This is God's word. God gave the word. Great will it come from those who publish it. So if God said all liars, then that's just it. And then there are ways that you can go around without telling a lie to a situation. There are many ways you can do it. Somebody was looking for this guy named Greg Adams. And when they came to, in fact, it happened this past weekend, someone was looking for my son. And they accused my son of something. And so they had the name Greg Adams. So when they got to the part of the building where I was in, and they said, we're looking for Greg Adams. And my wife said, well, that's Greg Adams right there. And the guy said, he looked at me, he said, oh, no, that's not him. Right. I didn't say a word. But I did ask what was the situation. Well, the situation was so crazy. My son was having a conversation with a lady. They were standing there. The lady started talking to my son. My son was talking about he's a scientist. The lady said, well, I'm married. My husband is in the military. We're getting a divorce. Now, this lady told all this to my son. My son then walked off after whatever the conversation was. And she said, my son inappropriately approached her. Wow. All of us are sitting here. My son said nothing inappropriate. She started the conversation. Even after my son left the area, the lady was still talking to the group. I left the area. I went to the room, and now they're in the hotel looking for Gregory Adams. Well, I'm Gregory Adams. Isn't it something? They were looking for my son. But when they saw me, they said, hey, that's not him. They saw Gregory Adams. But we had to deal with the lie that was told on my son. Well, with every witness was there, his name was black, and the accuser was white. Who do you think they're going to believe? There's questions. So we didn't make a note. We didn't make no statement. We said nothing. We kept it moving, and they all automatically assumed I was the one that they were looking for, and I was not the fella. So we didn't say nothing. So you don't have to tell a lie.
Exactly.
You don't have to tell a lie. There are ways you can say it and keep it moving.
Good deal. We got another caller. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hello. Good morning, everyone. It's Anna. How's everyone's Monday going?
Good morning. Good morning, sis. We're asking the question. We're talking about the power of a lie. The power of a lie, and asking, do lies have power? What do you say to that, Anna?
Absolutely. A lie can ruin marriages. A lie can ruin relationships, friendships. A lie can ruin your work. A lie can ruin everything. That's why you don't lie. It's a commandment.
Exactly. Thou shalt not lie. Absolutely. And
actually a commandment?
Huh?
Is that a commandment?
Thou shalt not lie?
Yeah.
Ain't that a commandment?
Is it?
Yeah.
I'm asking.
Oh, okay.
Is it?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. No, it's not. No, it's not.
False witness.
But
false witness.
It's the same difference.
Yeah, false witness.
Thou shalt not bear false witness.
That's a lie. Ain't that a lie?
I'm just.
All right now.
You're right. False witness. You're right.
Okay. Look. Let him being difficult, man.
I'm being difficult because I'm telling the truth.
No.
Am I being difficult because I'm telling the truth?
The power of a lie.
So you never can see a lie right here.
See, there you go, Jamie. I hear you over there. But yeah, my thing is a lie, man. No. I'm trying to be careful how I do this because what happened.
Write it down.
No. I'm gonna say what it is. But my thing is this right here: a lie. Somebody put a lie out there, and then somebody else come behind them and start believing that lie. And then before you know it, you got a whole group of people that's actually sharing and pouring fuel on that same lie. On that same lie. What is the innocent supposed to do, Leonard?
Defend themselves.
And how do you do that?
Well, it just depends. Like some people, there's some problem. It could be somebody lying about you right now. And you don't even know it.
Yeah.
You know, there might be somebody doing that. But I'm not really concerned to the point. If I don't know about it, it's no big deal to me.
But what happens when it comes to your face?
Oh, then I'll probably smack the hell out of you then. Hey! I mean, that's just the way it is. I don't appreciate people lying to me.
We gonna get him
because there's no reason. There's no reason to lie to me.
But some people understand. I understand it, and I understand your stance on this. But my thing is right here. Some people, it's easier for them. They feel right. It's easier for them to make up something. It's easier for them to make up something to fabricate the truth. Because some people just can't deal with the truth of who they really are.
And it's so funny. I told my son a long time ago. He had done something, and I pretty much just told him, "Son, if you got to lie, keep your mouth closed and don't speak to me."
Yeah. But some people, it's very it's easier said than done because some people will just fabricate the truth.
And like I would like to think I've matured a lot, but I don't think I could still sit across the table from a person that's just constantly lying.
No, I wouldn't want to.
I'm not sure if I could just sit still. I'm not sure yet. I've matured a lot.
I wouldn't want to.
Well, I'm ready to move some furniture.
Hey, little, that's why people don't like me around, man. I'm telling you, when people get the line, I start making facial expressions, man. I get fidgety. Before you know it, I'm coming out the mouth. Wait a minute, I done heard enough. I can't put up with this no more. So you like the debate. Now I just like the truth, man. And I can't sit back and listen to it because I'm going along with it when I'm hearing y'all lie like this. I can't do it, even if it ain't pertaining to me. I can't do that.
But it's hard when there's a liar there.
Yeah.
And once you start telling the truth, I can't believe nothing you say. So I want you to close your mouth.
Yeah. Don't even talk.
Because if you keep poisoning everybody, what we gonna do about it? What are we gonna do? We're gonna just let you keep lying You got to get up, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
This is with men. I don't know about women or whatever. Men, dude, I'm not. No, bro. We all will go to jail fooling with you.
Exactly.
Pretty soon that joker gonna be trying to get your woman and everything else. You got to dismiss that brother quickly.
Yeah, you got to go. You got
because it's not gonna end well. Like I tell guys, you know, especially brothers, if you sitting around and everybody got a gun, somebody gonna get shot.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
somebody gonna get shot sooner or later. A dice game could turn into somebody getting their eyes shot out,
get killed
over a dice game.
Yep.
Just because he know that wasn't, he ain't know what his point was. Everybody knew it.
Exactly.
But he swear it was.
Yes, it was. No.
You know, those types of lies, a lie get you killed, man.
Adrian, talk to me.
You know, I couldn't agree with that no more. That lies will get you killed. And the amount of energy that it takes putting in the lies and to manipulate somebody else and to try to hold that type of power over their free judgment is very, very unfortunate. And it's very sad within the person that originate that lies. And like you just said, Rahi, for people to pick it up. Honestly, a lot of time people, they spread lies unknowingly. They spread stuff and they add to it, you know, because they're trying to benefit out of it, and they're not being true to themselves or true to the goodness of what's going on in the situation. One of the things I can talk briefly about is I've seen a church break up, split up a couple of times. You got mamas going to one church, daddy going to one church, children staying at home. Why? Because of lies that started between leadership. And nobody don't want to admit that they wrong, and nobody don't want to admit that they lying, but the people are getting hurt. Really?
Exactly. Tucson, what's on your heart, brother? Tucson, I'm about to say it to you, brother.
I almost sung Raheem's little song.
Yes. Yes. Tucson must be on another line. So let me go to Rico. Then I'm gonna go to Toya with the T.
Wait,
you know,
hold on, Tucson there. Go ahead, Tucson.
You know, I'm trying to multitask. It's just an interesting conversation. It can go all kinds of ways. In some kind of way, you can't make a lie. You cannot. But I listened to that. So, you know, I knew. Now, children are not stupid as we possibly think they are. I know I wasn't. As unlike Rico, we don't have no children. We don't have no children. So you think? Let me just say this. Okay, we growing up in the hood, and you mean to tell me that some fat, big-boned white guy riding in a sleigh with reindeer,
flying reindeer.
Oh man, and they flying.
And a red nose.
And I'm just saying, and then I'm supposed to I'm like, Buddy Mac, you really tell me I'm supposed to leave in my milk and cookies?
That's LSD right there. That sounds like LSD.
Exactly.
LSD do that to you.
Yeah, they on some serious stuff. And see, the thing about it, gonna go around the whole world, visit every house in 24 hours.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, then you have music and movies to go with that lie and all kind of stuff. You know.
Yep. Exactly.
So you never know. You know, I would even go so far to believe that there is a place where there is a white guy that's coming around giving people stuff somewhere, but it ain't where I'm from.
Like, he
I don't know if you ever witnessed it.
He ain't going in the hood. He ain't coming in the hood.
I never saw him.
He ain't coming in the hood.
My parents never knew him.
Look at him. He come in the hood. He gonna have a bad day, brother. He gonna have a bad day.
It's so funny. But one thing I would go away with for people is I heard talk about holidays and things, and I'm not sure, but that is not the reason why Christians celebrate those holidays. I don't think.
Okay, talk to me.
Do Christians celebrate Thanksgiving because of the death of that tribe of Indians?
I think a lot of them celebrate it because of the lack of knowledge on what it really represents, and it's a tradition. It's become tradition, and because of the tradition, everybody fell in their place with it.
It's sort of like the Halloween thing. It's sort of like Halloween, Christmas.
Exactly.
The Christians would come up with another reason to celebrate it as opposed to the actual reason that it happened.
It's also like a lot of people came together quite a few years ago, and because they had an issue with the Christmas season, with the Christmas, everything that it entails, they started Kwanzaa.
Right. I completely understand. I celebrate Kwanzaa. So
they came up with Kwanzaa because it's another way.
But I've never known Black people to celebrate Thanksgiving because Indians were killed.
No.
And I've never heard a prayer about it.
But see, again, I think it goes into the lack of knowledge, because if you really look at what Thanksgiving really represents and how it started and all that it entails, I don't think a person with a good heart will celebrate it.
This is what I'm saying. Like, say, for instance, with Halloween, I know Christians have what they call, so they call it something else. They don't celebrate Halloween for what Halloween represents. But it's for what Christians celebrate it for.
Goons and goblins.
And a lot of times it was a harvest situation. I know it because my grandfather.
Yeah, that's true.
And this is when everything was brought in. By Thanksgiving, the fields would be empty. And there was an abundance of
fulfillment.
Food.
A fulfillment.
And we were thankful because God had provided that for us. That's what I believe we celebrated Thanksgiving for.
But again, and I can give you that. I can sort of go with you with that. But my thing is right here. If you really look at the true definition of what it is, what it represents, and how it became to be, the whole tragedy,
Memorial Day
tragedy.
is a good one.
I don't think none of them is a good one.
I'm just asking because Black folks started that one.
Does it matter who started? Whether it's good
that's what I'm asking. That's my whole point.
Yeah. No, I don't think it matters who starts it. It's just what is it? What
because I don't think people are sitting up celebrating lies because they're lies.
They're celebrating lies because I'm back to they're celebrating lies because of the lack of knowledge, and
they don't know no better.
But I know what happened, and we still
we know.
I just assume everybody else is ignorant.
Right.
I ain't gonna say no, man. I'm not gonna.
Oh, okay. Well, don't just assume everybody else is ignorant.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let me say this. To me, I'm talking about personally. Like, for all these lies, I ain't studying none of that. I don't worry about it. I don't read as a Christian or whatever you want to call me. I believe God. I don't want to give him all of that. But look, every day's Thanksgiving to me. Every day is Christmas. Every day I celebrate. I'm glad that Christ came into this world. Every day. Every day I'm grateful. If I can open my eyes, that's Thanksgiving. Every day. I don't worry about I don't worry about it. Easter, I don't know what it is. It says the word in the Bible about Easter. I don't try to figure none of that out. I'm glad that he died for us.
Right.
Yeah. That's good. That's good.
So that's the reason why. Now I try to pull something. I just like the day off. But they, just for instance, on the 18th of this, because Christmas is coming up. On the 18th, I don't go back to work till the 5th of January. I don't care what they celebrate.
You getting that time off?
I just know I got
some days off to do what you want to do.
That's all I'm saying.
Got the time off, and you getting paid for it.
Exactly.
Woo! Hold on.
I ain't gonna buy and I ain't gonna go to the store and buy one.
Hey, let me get my ladies in here, man. Y'all fellas ain't letting these ladies talk, man. Oh, let me go to Annie. I'm gonna go to Anna, and then I'm gonna go to Toya with the T, man. You got y'all ain't gonna outpower my ladies. They got something to say too. Anna, talk to me, sister. What's on your heart?
Get that OT on the holiday.
Anna, you there?
Hello?
Yes. Anna,
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, sorry, I'm walking outside. It's really windy. So I just want to make a statement. Leonard, man, you have my daughter cracking up over there. She was, Leonard, just say it.
Hey, Des, how are you?
But, you know, the thing with the lie, whether it's holidays, you know, you have to educate yourself, first of all. And then, you know, with other subjects on a personal level, the thing is that you ruin things. You can ruin a career. You can ruin a life. You can ruin many things by doing this. So that's even with the holiday. Look at Halloween and look at how it's been like kind of, I guess, hugged upon by the church by doing trunk or treat. I think that's what Leonard was talking about. That still doesn't make the holiday okay. You know, in my situation, I don't too much agree with holidays. I don't agree, in fact, at all with majority of them. Okay. With that being said, I still have to do some type of celebration because I have a child or a teenager who is special needs and expects. So Christmas makes them really happy. Santa Claus makes them really happy. He knows because I told him, but it's still what he expects to see. You see what I'm saying? So I think we know, we just kind of not, I wouldn't say forgotten, just ignore the fact that, okay, we can't turn around and just not celebrate it and then have a whole bad 2 weeks here, whatever, before Christmas or the whole month. Because, for example, us, like for me, my culture, Puerto Ricans, we celebrate from the 1st of November all the way through like the 21st of January. That's our whole Christmas holiday. So we celebrate Christmas. You know?
Some people are very festive in their celebrations during this time.
But you know, with that being said, you know, it still doesn't take away from the fact that it is a lie and there is no big Saint Nick and all that good stuff or other holidays, you know, for Valentine's the Cheaters holiday and all that stuff. So it doesn't take away from that. But, you know, I think just people just overlook it. I'm not sure who made that statement, if it was Rico, Donald, Adrian, or who it was, or it might have been Leonard. But, you know, people are still going to celebrate it, and that's that. So that's pretty much it.
Good deal. Toya with a T. Toya with a T, talk to me.
Hey, well, you know what? It is what it is. You know what I mean? In the Bible, Moses lived a lie because his mama shipped him off to the Pharaoh. You know what I mean? And it worked out to all of our advantage. And I think Abraham lied about marrying his wife to the king. You know what I'm saying? Because he was scared. And at the end of the day, you know, when you feel like you feel the need to lie, you don't trust the Lord. And that's okay too, because he can always make it work to our good. You know, but I feel like this. The truth shall set you free. I don't think under any circumstance, if you can negotiate one lie, you can negotiate any lie. So therefore, we can live peacefully if people cheat, if people steal, if people commit acts that we don't like, because it's okay for us to negotiate a lie. You know, and with us having that ability, then we need to use it to have the most peace. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, again, you can't determine how that lie is going to make someone else feel. That is totally irresponsible. It's not fair to the other person, because you have no idea what lies on that truth and what it means to them. So it's being irresponsible to make that decision or choice for someone else. You dating somebody and they don't tell you the truth about being a guy or a girl, and you're not with that, like, and let the Lord work through the truth of whatever situation. Because you're never going to be able to build anything solid on no lie, man, no matter how we try to cut it. There's a lot of things that has happened that we don't want the truth to get out because of how it may look. But at the end of the day, it's going to wind up being to somebody's demise. And I just feel like, you know, I'm rolling with the Lord. Whatever consequences, I got to roll with the Lord. That's the only way I'm going to be safe from it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Let me go to Jamie. Jamie, what's on your heart, brother? Rico, coming to you next.
Yeah, Ryan, I'm about to get off, but and I'm getting off at a good time because we're entertaining the lies, which is the real problem with the world and the way it is today. You know, if you keep going down the avenue that we're on, and as I stated earlier, all the little side avenues and so forth, you just get deeper in the thicket. And as long as you're in the thicket, you're trapped. You're bound. Lies come with bondage. You know, one of the things with me, I got to the point where if you that important or you that significant, you got that much control that I got a lot of you, I don't need to be around you because you are deep with who I am. And actually you're not, but I am.
Yeah.
So when it comes down to lies, I try to stay as far away from them as possible. Holidays and everything, whether I'm with you and you celebrate, I can be in your company, I can go home and visit my family in the whole 9 yards. But it's just something about the truth. If you're going to stand for something or you're going to fall for anything. And for whatever reason you fall, just acknowledge you looking up if that's what you choose to be.
Good deal. Rico.
You know, the biggest result from a lie is deceit. I don't care how big it is, I don't care how small it is, you're still deceiving somebody. So like Toya just said a second ago, we can't keep picking and choosing. We got to be consistent. I said that a little earlier myself. We got to be consistent. Now you said a key word a second ago about tradition when speaking about Thanksgiving and Christmas. Tradition. And that tradition was to create an occasion for people to come together. So now you take in the past what these holidays probably meant. It was lies that manipulated people in a kind, nice way to actually come together in unity to celebrate each other. Now, it's sad that we have to create reasons and holidays to come together as a people, as family members, but sometimes we do. Remember earlier I said sometimes you have to be manipulated to do the right thing? So here it comes. The manipulation of holidays to create a tradition to keep people united and to have a communion together. Now you throw capitalism in the picture and you throw all these other lies about Santa Claus and reindeers and red noses and dancing snowmen that's talking. You throw all of that in there, you put all kind of illusion in it. It still got a happy atmosphere, but guess what the main occasion is for Christmas now? It's to see what you get. People don't even get together for Christmas no more to celebrate each other. People don't get together for Thanksgiving now to celebrate each other. They just get together to get a plate. I'm gonna go over here and get a plate. I'm gonna go over here and get a plate, and I'm gonna go get that. And that's what everybody want to talk about. They take pictures of their plate. They don't even mention that word tradition no more. They don't appreciate the occasion. You get what I'm saying? The occasion was meant for us to get together as human beings. So it was. I can understand the whole purpose of coming up with it, but now the lie has taken precedence and made the energy go into something superficial. So now everybody want to capitalize on Christmas. Let's sell Valentine. We don't want to sell. We don't want to promote love. We want to promote you spending as much as you can to show you love somebody. Let's promote Christmas. We don't want to teach these children that we need to come together and celebrate each other. No, we want to teach them to look. Stand in line for PS5s and get mad at your parents because they only made so many. I mean, it's just capitalism and materialism. It has changed. So we got to make a choice. Either we're going to tell the truth and tell people, look, we ain't getting together for Christmas because we want to give out presents. That's just a side effect. What we doing is trying to get together to keep our bond and get together because so much is going on in life now with these jobs that's keeping us from each other. Then it would probably have more of an effect. But people embrace it for the main reason that the lie is told. for Santa Claus and presents and gifts. They celebrate Thanksgiving for the food. The occasion doesn't mean anything anymore, not the people involved. Let's celebrate it, and let's celebrate it and commemorate the Native Americans that lost out the most. I would rather observe Native American history and heritage that day. Let's eat their meals on Thanksgiving that they ate. You get what I'm saying?
And I'm trying to figure out. Rico and Adrian, going to come to you as well. Then we're gonna close out with Leonard. I'm trying to figure out when did the rabbit take the chicken job?
What?
When did the rabbit take the chicken job? I thought the chicken supposed to lay the egg, ain't it?
You know what?
I'm just trying to figure out when in the world did the rabbit take the chicken job? The chicken supposed to lay the egg, ain't it?
Hey, like I said, that's what some people choose to do.
I'm just saying.
Some people may still believe. I don't know what they're believing in, but I mean.
So you say the chicken in office. Adrian, what's on your heart, brother?
What's on my heart? Just
Adrian, we gotta get out of here. It's 10 o'clock. Now 10:05.
Yeah, the power of a lie. I'm trying to live the power of truths. That's what's on my heart.
Leonard, quick question.
Ecclesiastes 7.
Is it?
That's it.
Okay.
Read it.
Recite it.
You can holler back at me if it's
okay.
You, but it talks about being practical. And the value of wisdom.
Good deal.
Those types of good things.
Well, we're about to get out of here, man. It's been a great day. I want to thank everybody for joining us. I didn't know where we was gonna go. I told my wife this morning. I said this thing here gonna get deep, talking about this lie, the power of the lie. I said it's gonna get real deep. Jamie, I see you still with us, brother. What's on your heart, real quickly?
Raheem, I was just listening. See what you're about to have to say since we're so close to closing out. I've enjoyed the program, and I like that last statement that when the brother just left for that, the truth versus the lie.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's just something to think about.
Absolutely. Bishop.
I'm here, yes, sir.
What's on your heart, brother, before we get out of here?
Well, I was just, I enjoyed the conversation. Great topic. I stand true to what I believe. I will not tell that lie. And lies can hurt, lies can destroy. And I don't care whether there be a white lie for peace sake. I had a preacher tell me, hey, you know what? Just tell the truth about the Easter Bunny. That's all right. That white lie ain't gonna hurt.
Wow.
Yeah, Will.
Yeah, Will. Yeah, Will.
I enjoyed the subject, bro.
Yeah, good deal. Good deal. Anna, you see? Anna, what's going on at 3 o'clock today? Let's see if you remember, Leonard.
At 3 o'clock, if you missed the show, you can watch it and listen to it in its entirety at www.bkmmediagroupanassociates.com.
Good deal. Good deal. Leonard, your prayers out, brother?
Certainly.
Okay.
Dear Heavenly Father, thank you once again for an opportunity to share with one another on topics that are so serious to us as believers. Help us to not be hypocrites, dear Heavenly Father. Help us to seek the truth wherever it may be found. These and other blessings I ask in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Amen.
Amen.
It's been a great broadcast.
All right.
Toya with a T. You got something on your heart before we get out of here? We're ready to get out of here. What's on your heart?
Yeah, I just want to tell people, don't be out there lying. We gonna tell on you.
I knew she had something. Lord, Leonard, I knew she had something.
Of course.
I knew she had something now. But listen, we're about to get out of here for today. It's now 10:07. You've been listening to The Morning Glow. Again, I want to thank everybody. We did it. We got our award here. And it was a great evening, man. They did a wonderful job. They really did a wonderful job. I saw somebody there Saturday night. I ain't gonna call no name, but I saw somebody there Saturday night.
Oh, I know who that girl was.
Who was it?
I know who them girls were. He was a beautiful 17-year-old whose name is Desiree.
Yeah.
And your very own Lunchtime with Anna was there too.
There you go. And it was sharp.
It was beautiful. It
Yes.
was so beautiful.
It was. And they were sharp too now. They were sharp. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you now.
Of course.
Yeah. No, we there to help out. They needed the help, and anytime I'm called upon, you just
send me a message and I'm there. You know,
Exactly.
I'll make it work, you know.
Absolutely.
So I just wanted to make a statement though that the award show, if you guys haven't gone in a year, try to make it your business to go next year.
Yes.
It was really good. Very, very good. Everybody was nicely dressed. You know, it was a very nice experience to go. Desiree really enjoyed it as well as me. And, you know, Raheen was really happy. Little Birdie told me, I don't know, really, really happy. And his wife looked absolutely stunning. There may be pictures on Facebook. So it was just very, very memorable and a great night.
Yeah,
I was tired this weekend and I'm still paying for it.
Exactly. It was absolutely beautiful. And I will do it again next weekend if they have me. I'll do it again next weekend because that's how great of a time. You're absolutely right. And if you get the opportunity to go next year, make sure you go. Make sure you go. And we're gonna do everything we could do over on this side to support them as well. But listen, it's almost 10 time to get out here for today. You've been listening to the Morning Glow. I want to thank everybody for allowing us and to be a part of your morning, not only us, but also DKM Media Group and the Morning Glow to be a part of your morning. It is now 10:09. You're about to exit the Morning Glow. But before you go, I want you to do me two favors, if you will. One, I want you to continue to pray for us because we're certainly praying for each and every one of you. Number two, why this is real simple. I want you to go out there, find somebody, and give them a hug because you never know. It could be the only hug that they get, or it could very well be their last. Love you, and ain't nothing you can do about it. Have a great day and a better tomorrow. We shine some of this light on you from the Morning Glow. Take it out there into this wicked and cruel world that we live in, and let your light so shine. You all have a great day. Love you. If you get an opportunity to go out there, give somebody else some love. You just might find some love in return. You all be blessed.
Yeah.